Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Nosy Rosie, good to see ya. How you doing, lady? How you doing? Oh man, this intro making me rethink this live. She's become the busiest guy on YouTube. Only for today. God. I mean, it's like I said, they just opened up the faucet and the stuff is coming out. Oh man, oh man. I mean, I'm sure that you guys have heard the news that case in Florida has been dismissed. It's gone. Hey, how's it going, Melanie? Good to see you. Good to see you, Norman Stevens. Well, you fine people out there. This is the most interesting show this afternoon. And as the RNC opens up, we find out that Trump is supposed to be announcing. He's stated that he's going to be announcing who his VP pick is today at the RNC. That's not a reason to have me tuned in to bring this to you. Hopefully, we find something out this afternoon. If not, it might be later this evening. From what I understand, he's already on the ground and back and in the country. He is ready to rock and roll. Good to see you. Everybody's coming in. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is crazy. Now you'll have to be a subscriber if you want to get in on the chat. Turn the subscriber mode on so we don't get a lot of those crazy bots that tend to come popping in for these kind of things, and also so we don't end up with those fake kind of problems that we've had in prior streams where we get some of the craziness happening. We're trying to eliminate just a little bit of the craziness. Yeah, we're streaming also live on Rumble, so if we get removed from this slot, that we can still continue on there. I'm having issues getting it to stream to Twitter. They changed their settings on it. You have to be a premium. I'm premium over there on Twitter, so it's gonna be crazy. Good morning, Janice Baldwin. Good afternoon, and hello from Sacramento, California. Good to see you, Navajo David. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The nation welcomes you, brother. It is good to see you. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is 96 degrees outside, from what I can tell. 92. Sorry, it's 92 degrees, and it's hot. It is really hot outside. Luckily, I am not outside. I am sitting in a nice, cool, air conditioned room and enjoying it. Good to see you, D. Robertson. So, what exactly? And I'll break us in as soon as they open up the RNC, and that's supposed to be starting here probably in about another 10 minutes or so, which will be just absolutely crazy. Whenever we get that information in as it comes in, I will be sharing it with you guys. So just know that I am also working, and so if I disappear off screen, it's because I'm actually having to do something they call real work, which sucks, but sometimes you have to do it. This came in today. Was filed today. It's 93 pages. Luckily, only going to be 98 here today. Well, as long as if you're in California, as long as it's that dry heat, I'll take that any day. Hate the humidity. So 92 degrees of humidity feels like it's about 87 degrees with no humidity. It is crazy. Yeah. Buggy in New York. Well, welcome. I'm down in Georgia. Yes, I hang out with the devil because he came down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. Guess what? Wasn't able to get it because he got beat by a little dude with a fiddle. Man, imagine if a little dude with a fiddle can beat the devil, what you can do against him. Hey, Direxy, how's it going? Too cool, too good. Been 110 with over 116 for 2 weeks. Woo, yeah, damn. Yeah, I see. I lived in New Mexico, so I know about the dry heat. I know what it feels like. I'd much rather have the dry heat. Hey, Squid, what's up, girl? Oh my gosh, what a day this is going to be today. It is just coming out like crazy. So, this is the order granting motion to dismiss, superseding the indictment based on appointments clause violation. Former Presidents Former President Trump's motion to dismiss indictment based on the unlawful appointment and funding of special counsel Jack Smith is granted in accordance with this order. The superseding indictment is dismissed because special counsel Smith's appointment violates the Appointments Clause of the United States Constitution. Special counsel Smith's use of permanent indefinite appropriation also violates the Appropriations Clause of the U.S. Constitution, Article 1, subsection 9, Clause 7, but the court need not address the proper remedy for that funding violation given the dismissal on Appointments Clause grounds. The effect of this order is confined to this proceeding. The motion before the court challenges the legality of special counsel Smith, hereinafter special counsel Smith, or special counsel or dumbass, in two consequential respects, both of which are matters of first impression of this circuit, and both which must be resolved before this prosecution proceeds further. The first challenge to this appointment under the Appointments Clause, which provides the exclusive meaning for appointing officers to the United States, Article 2, subsection 2, Clause 2, the Appointments Clause sets a default rule that all officers of the United States, whether inferior or principal, must be appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate. Amazing, huh? It then goes on to direct that Congress may, by law, vest the appointments of such inferior officers as they think proper in the President alone, in the courts of law, or heads of department. For purposes of this order, the court accepts the special counsel's contested view that he qualifies as an inferior officer, not a principal one, although the court expresses reservations about the proposition, addresses those arguments below. Now, they will go through a whole bunch of challenges and all that kind of stuff, all the way down through here. Yeah, it's 95 there, it's 92 here. And they'll, quote to all this thing is the bottom line's Appointments Clause is critical constitutional restriction stemming from separation of powers, and it gives to Congress to be a considered role in determining the proprietary of vesting appointment power for inferior officers. Okay, special counsel's position effectively observes that important legislative authority. So basically, what they're saying is he's sort of stepped over the line. Now they will also go down through here, concluding for many reasons that Congress has not authorized the appropriation of money to be drawn for the expense of his office. Order concludes there, finding it unnecessary under the current posture to reach the remedy question for the appropriation clause violation. Basically, he's saying that he has the backing of the government, but nothing has been given to him by the legislature. They have not approved paying him for going on the attack against Trump. Pretty neat. And it goes through a bunch of the clauses and all this kind of stuff that's really not. This is boring legalese stuff that they're going through. They will they if you want to read every single bit of it, well, then go check out one of the lawyers' channels because they will read this in detail and be critical of every instance. I am here to just break the news as what we saw just happened just a few hours ago. The judicial branch said no. Now it doesn't say anything about all of the other little references that they made in here, and only just notice we're only on page 99, 34, 35. And as we scroll down through this, it shows other things talking about Nixon. It's going to continue on with Zuber v. Allen and Ramanos versus United States. All of that, I'm sure, if you're an attorney, it becomes really important. But to us idiots out here that really don't want to go through all of this crap. Now, they did mention the United States versus Nixon and the precedential value that they were trying to say, no, because Nixon did something illegal, then they went after him. But nothing was ever tried against Nixon. So this right here is the cross petition, which it says special prosecutor's petition, whether the president, when he has assumed sole personal and physical control over evidence demonstrably material to the trial of charges of obstruction of justice in a federal court is subject to a judicial order directing compliance with a subpoena duce tectum issued on the application of the special prosecutor in the name of the United States, whether a federal court is bound by the assertion by the president of an absolute executive privilege to withhold demonstratively material evidence from the trial of charges of obstruction of justice by his own White House aides and party leaders upon the ground that he deems production to be against the public interest. Yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, young mom? You want to come by there, sir? I'll drop it for you because this is awesome. Used to live in Milwaukee. You had to move out of the city. So happy to be back to country living. I'm telling you, get out of the cities and love life and make it beautiful. You got to go out, get going, got to go outside and work out, taking advantage of baby squid, taking a nap. That's right. I hear you, girl. Oh, yes. It is. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. So, whether a federal court is bound by the assertion, president of absolute executive privilege to withhold demonstrably material evidence. So, this is basically just going through what their petition was. All right. And then, of course, President Nixon's cross petition, whether the Constitution and grand jury authority to charge an incumbent president as unindicted co-conspirator in a criminal proceeding. And they bring up a bunch of this information. And of course, that got slapped down also. Pretty much all of the garbage that special prosecutor had to throw in there just sort of go. Nixon did not analyze the relevant statutes. This is Nixon was not decided prior to development recent appointments clause jurisprudence. The out of circuit cases cited by special counsel are equally unpersuasive. And it goes on and on. Principal versus inferior officer designations. That's just designating what the officer of the court would be. Arguments of parties, the arguments of the motion developed further during arguments are as follow. And I'm not going to read through those either because, like I said, there's tons of attorneys out there. If you want complete legal analysis, I suggest just go check out Uncivil Law. He is probably one of the brightest attorneys at being able to read these things and break it down, make it a little bit easier for you to see. We're not doing that. Just so you guys are aware. Legal standards. Supreme Court is not purported to set forth definitive tests for distinguishing between principal and inferior principles, although the relevant cases, and it cites the relevant cases. And it goes on and on. Discussion, factual development. Oh man. And it just goes on to this appointments clause dispute. As it gets towards the end of all of this, we're going to get it all the way down here. Now, just imagine I could probably spend the next 5 hours reading this and boring the ever living Christ out of you. But wouldn't it just be easier if I got down here where it really matters? Oh, what did I just say? I saw something. There's a final issue to discuss as it relates to removal. It concerns the special counsel's fallback position that none of the removal limitations in the regulations pose an impediment to inferior officer status because Attorney General can rescind or amend the regulations at will and without notice and comment, or can amend or revoke the appointment order. In a nutshell, the submission is as follows. Evaluate the constitutional status of special counsel's position in accordance with the extant regulatory framework as a matter of law, but if the removal issue gets too sticky, customize that framework and consider the matter under a hypothetical future scenario where the regulation, as it stands today, with its removal restrictions, does not exist. So basically, he's saying, you can't have it both ways. Either you're going to make a case, or you're not just going to, throw crap at the wall perpetually whenever you start losing in some hyperbole, unfactual space. That's not going to work. We're not going to do that, which is absolutely within her right and ability to do. To say, hey, that's not going to happen. We're not going to play this. Oh yeah, we're just gonna give you the ability to go ahead and be a real pain in the butt. He said, absolutely not. We're not going to allow you to do this. Uh, oh, oh, cool. That'd be cool. Uh, let's see. We get that. Expert, um, and where is? Oh, it's, um, real quick. Got and is. Oh, all right. Now, when the DOJ passed the prosecuting Biden for having classified documents, you knew that this case had to go. Yeah, passed on prosecuting Biden for having classified documents. Yes, it was very. I was very aware of that. That was when it was like something's not quite right here. It seems a little one sided, but we sort of got used to all of it. Special counsel's defined jurisdiction, tenure present, and a mixed, candidly unhelpful picture. The final component in the court's inferior officer analysis seems concern special counsel Smith's jurisdiction and tenure. While Edmund did not stress these features, the Morrison court considered them in reaching inferior officer conclusions. Now, if this judge sat down and wrote a 93-page order with citations, that means her clerks were crossing their T's, dotting their I's. They were overlooking everything and making sure that this stuff came out exactly what the judge wanted to say. And it will be very clear here whenever whenever she goes into her order. So let me see if this is right. Appropriations clause discussion, not going to go into that. Background legal principles, not going to do that. Analysis by its terms, indefinite appropriation is available only to impede counsel appointed pursuant to the provisions. So this indefinite appropriation, basically saying we can add anything we want to, we can take anything away, and basically a blanket immunity for prosecuting and just going after somebody politically is what our Constitution does not want to have happen. It would be like me suing you every single day for the rest of your life. At some point you're just going, stop. Me being a billionaire and suing the world, just constantly suing everybody, every little infraction or slight. Just because I have more money, it's a waste of money. It makes the lawyers really happy. But at some point, the people that you're suing, they just can't afford it anymore. They're just like, I give up, sure, take everything I have. Ah, just make this go away. And that's pretty much what the judge saw was going on with this. Just would not stop. Having found no other law, the court need not determine whether Special Counsel Smith is the type of independent counsel referenced in the indefinite appropriation. Nonetheless, the court notes the inherent tension of the special counsel's position on this issue, and so on and so forth. The remedy. This leaves remedy for the appropriations clause violations, and defendants argue that dismissal is the only way to cure the funding violation. Let's see if there's anything in this one above it. No, it just does some quoting. Let's see. Special Counsel Smith opposes dismissal, asserting without any specificity or even willingness to engage in fact finding that the department could readily have funded the special counsel from other appropriations that were available at the hearing. Special Counsel Smith represented at a relatively high level of generality that the Department of Justice has appropriated, at least in the 2023 appropriation cycle, over $1 billion, which it is prepared to use to fund special counsel's office. Imagine, imagine the DOG has appropriated over $1 billion to go after a former president. Think about that. $1 billion to go after a former president. The court need not reach the question of remedy here, having found the appointments clause violation to warrant dismissal. But as discussed below, there's good reason to believe that the appropriation clause violation serves as a separate, independent basis to dismiss. As far as the court can tell, he has no Supreme Court or 11th Circuit precedent that speaks directly to this point. Given the absence of binding precedent on the issue, the court finds instructive Judge Edith Jones' concurrence in this particular case, a case involving civil enforcement action brought about. The court vacated and remanded the district court order in light of the Supreme Court's decision. So, yeah, they said that isn't going to work. DOJ could, what is it? So, perhaps as suggested, generally at the hearing, the DOJ could reallocate funds to finance the continued operation of Special Counsel Smith's office. This would require further development of the record. But even if this were prospectively possible, what to make of the prior action? For more than 18 months, Special Counsel Smith's investigation prosecution has been financed by substantial funds drawn from the Treasury without statutory authorization. And to try to rewrite history at this point seems near impossible. There's really no reason to have a special prosecutor at this level, as it will always be someone who is assigned with the party in power. The DOJ is so untrustworthy to investigate, then even why even? Exactly. Hey, cool gamer, good to see you. Yeah, it's a crazy, crazy thought. At this point, it seems near impossible. The court has difficulty seeing how a remedy short of dismissal would cure this substantial separation of powers violation. But the answers are not entirely self evident, and the case law is not well developed. For that reason, and given the disposition of this order on appointments clause grounds, the court leaves this matter of finding remedy for any applicable future reviews. So that means if you want to bring it back for an appeal, have at it. But I'm throwing this one out. Conclusion. Dun, dun, dun. Upon careful study of the foundational challenges raised in the motion, the court is convinced that Special Counsel Smith's prosecution of this action breaches two structural cornerstones of our constitutional scheme, or the way that our Constitution is written. The role of Congress in the appointment of constitutional officers, and the role of Congress in authorizing expenditures by law. The framers, which means, the people that framed the Constitution that wrote this in the first place, gave Congress a pivotal role in the appointment of principal and inferior officers. That role cannot be usurped by the executive branch or diffused elsewhere. So the appropriation is done by Congress. And for the executive branch to use this as an attack, sending money to the DOJ, go get them, boys. Wrong. Illegal. Whether in this case or in another case, whether in times of heightened national need or not, in the case of inferior officers, that means that Congress is empowered to decide if it wishes to vest appointment power in a head of a department. And indeed, Congress has proven itself quite capable of doing so in many other statutory contexts. But it plainly did not do so here, despite the special counsel's strained statutory readings, nor does his appeal to the inconsistent historical practice supplement the absence of textual authorization for his appointment. The same structural emphases resonate in the context of the appropriation clause, which embodies a fundamental separation of powers principle, subjugating the executive branch to the legislature's power of the purse. Crazy, isn't it? How they look at this and they go, "Yeah, you fools, this ain't going to cut it. This isn't right. This isn't appropriate, and we're not playing your game." So they're saying no and no and no and no. Like, we're not going to play this. It is amazing to me that they would think that that was going to be okay, that they were going to get away with it. No, I'm looking for there, just seeing if there's anything. Oh, what do we got? I'm looking to see what they've got going on here. If there's anything here, and let's see what we got. All right, so they're getting ready for the afternoon session. RNC. I just wanted to double check. I heard they're going to appeal this dismissal. Do you think this could happen? Do I think it could happen? Yeah, they could totally do that. I mean, and that was what the judge was getting at. See that in them doing so, it just proves the judge's point, makes her conclusion even more based. Because what she's saying is, you're using the power of the federal government to go after one person. You are going after one person. You're going after them for 34 counts of a bunch of political discourse because you don't like their mean tweets. She's saying it much nicer than that and more eloquently than I am, but that is what they're doing, going after them. And they've got the backing of the federal government to go as hard as they want to. Could they? Yes, but nothing would come up until after the inauguration. Also, it makes them look like dumbasses. And think about this. How 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 horrible, well, how freaking horrible it makes that judge in New York look, or Carol, or any of the people that have been going after him, trying to take Trump's money and spewing all of this hate and vitriol to have the guy have a pot shot taken at him. Another guy in the audience dies because of what they've been saying, the attacks they've been doing, and how they've said that they plan on destroying him. How do you think that makes them look when somebody actually makes good on that threat that they've been giving? It makes them look damned stupid. And that's what do you think is going to happen whenever Trump goes and appeals and they actually take up his appeal after after having an assassination attempt done on him? That's just like pouring salt in the wound. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Democrats left are they what they claim to hate and stand against, but that's all it is. It's lip service. Or perhaps it can be explained by the relative infrequency of these types of investigation by congressional inattention or by the important roles that special counsel figures have played in our country's history, regardless of the explanation. And I should say, irregardless, that would drive somebody up the the present motion requires careful analysis of the statutory landscape to ensure compliance with the Constitution, and the court has endeavored to do so with care, which they have. They have been taking great care because it's been over 2 weeks that they've been writing this. Court thus returned to where it started. The Appointments Clause is among the significant structural safeguards of the constitutional scheme. So too is the Appropriation Clause, which carefully separates congressional control of the purse from the executive control of the sword. The Federalist, number 78, Alexander Hamilton. She would quote, the consequences of relaxing either of those critical provisions are serious, both in the case and beyond, as Justice Frankfurter explained in his opinion in Youngstown. The accretion of dangerous power does not come in a day. It does come, however, slowly from the generative force of unchecked disregard of the restrictions that fence and even the most disinterested assertion of authority. Youngstown Sheet and Tube Company v. Sawyer. Frankfurter was also concurring illegitimate and unconstitutional practices get their first footing by silent approaches and slight deviations from legal modes of procedures. Boyd versus United States, 16 U.S. 1630 635, written in 1886. How dare you, irregardless of me? Hey, Roseman, how's it going? I love doing that to Valhalla. It drives him nuts. For the reasons set forth above, it is ordered and adjudged as follows. Defendant's motion to dismiss superseding indictment based on unlawful appointment and funding of special counsel Jack Smith is granted in accordance with this order, ECF number 326. The superseding indictment is dismissed, which means the indictment that was brought in the first place is dismissed. This order is confined to this proceeding, which bears no relevancy on any other case that you may have going on. Proceeding is for Trump's case in Florida. Looks like they are getting ready to. Yes, they are. Here we go. We're going to change this. Set screen. Give it a second. We will bring this up here. Garrett, there it is. And they're coming in. Here they go. At the RNC, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll read some more of this as we go. Uh-oh, that's gonna get me in trouble. Mute that thing because I don't want to get in trouble for that. Thank you very much. Ah. This order is confined to this proceeding. The court decides no other legal rights or claims. Oh, it says it's confining it to only this proceeding, no other legal rights or claims. This order shall not affect or weaken any of the protections for classified information imposed in this case, or any protective orders pertaining to classified information. The clerk is directed to close this case. Any scheduled hearings are canceled. Any pending motions are denied as moot, and any pending deadlines are terminated. Done and ordered in the chambers at Fort Pierce, Florida, this 15th day of July, 2024. They have said they're going to. Of course, they said they're going to. Well, I already have my suspicions, and they've also alluded to some hints. I keep saying Tulsi Gabbard, and guess what Trump came out and said. He said all of you are wrong. All of the mainstream media are wrong. None of the people that you've put up there are going to be my VP pick. That means not JD Vance, none of Vivek, none of Ramaswamy, none of the people that everybody's expecting are going to be chosen. None of them. None of those people that all the mainstream media, we're talking everything from Fox to CNN to PBS to MSNBC, CNN, all of them have it wrong. So if you've got some high hopes for Nikki Haley to be up there, well, guess what? It could be because he said the mainstream media has got it wrong. It's none of those people. It's not going to be JD Vance. It's not going to be anybody else that the mainstream media is talking about. What does that tell you? No, because mainstream media has been talking about them also. We don't know. He wants to keep it a mystery because he is going to knock their socks off. I am surprised this place isn't packed to the gills with people. I'm surprised there's not another 10,000 people in this place if they could fit them in there. Opening day of this, that is a crowd, though, nonetheless. That is a hell of a crowd. Yeah, I'm clueless. Elon, now that I don't think he can do because Elon's not an American citizen, natural born. I don't think he can hold office. Same reason that Arnold Schwarzenegger couldn't hold office like that. Like he can hold it on a state level, but he couldn't become president or vice president. I honestly keep saying it's going to be Tulsi, but nobody believes me. They keep saying I'm crazy. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chair has an important announcement to make so that we may proceed in an orderly manner under our current time constraints. As described in our rules and the order of business, to enable the chair to be certain that any motion offered has met the necessary requirements of our rules, the chair would like to put the delegates on notice that the chair, through the secretary of the convention, must be provided in advance with satisfactory written evidence of support of a majority of delegates from each of the necessary number of states required by our rules.
Mm-hmm.
This written confirmation is consistent with our modern practice and precedent during previous conventions with similar announcements, as well as the use of written certificates for the presentation of the names of our candidates for nomination. Also, the chair would like to remind all delegates that the rules require that the
there'll be a lot more
of evidence of written support necessary to present a name of a candidate for the nomination of the office of President and Vice President of the United States must be submitted to the Secretary of the Convention prior to the placing of the names of candidates for nomination.
There you go.
I also wish to remind our guests and alternates
No, that makes sense.
participation in convention business is limited to the delegates on the floor. In particular, it is important that guests and alternates in the gallery remain silent during voice votes to ensure that the chair can hear the accurate results. In other words, if you are not on the floor, you are not speaking during votes.
That's some weird
The chair
talking
now
over the background.
recognizes the Secretary of the Republican National Convention, Vicky Drummond from Alabama, for the purpose of reading the call of the convention.
Holy cow.
Please give her a warm welcome.
Oh, and they're saying it in Spanish. That's what it is.
Thank you, Chairman
Muchas
Watley.
gracias,
To the
Chairman
Republican
Watley.
voters
A los
of the
votantes
United
republicanos
States
de
of
los Estados
America,
Unidos americanos,
in
de
accordance with
acuerdo
the
con las
rules of the
reglas del
Republican
Partido
Party
Republicano
adopted
adoptadas
by
por
the
la
2020
Convención
Republican National
Nacional
Convention
del 2020,
on August
el 24
24,
de agosto del
2020,
2020,
in
en
Charlotte, North
Charlotte,
Carolina,
Carolina del Norte,
and
y
as
enmendadas
amended
por
by the
el
Republican
Comité
National
Nacional
Committee on
Republicano
April
el
14,
14
Republican National Committee on April 14, 2022, in Memphis, Tennessee. The Republican National Committee hereby directs that a national convention of delegated representatives of the Republican Party be
There we go. That's
convened in
better.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, no earlier than 8 o'clock a.m. and no later than 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time on Monday, July 15, 2024, except in the case of an emergency as set forth herein, and to continue thereafter from day to day for as long as the purpose of nominating candidates for the president and vice president to be voted for at the presidential election on Tuesday, November 5, 2024,
Okay.
and for transaction of other such business as may properly come before it. Said convention membership and the allocation and binding of convention delegates with respect to the nomination of the Republican candidate for President of the United States will be governed by the rules of the Republican Party and set forth therein. Thank you.
Yeah, Trump will be speaking today. So basically, what they're saying is, if they're
Thank
going
you
to
very much,
they're going to start
Secretary
putting in the
Drummond.
delegates,
The chair now recognizes the delegate from Illinois for the purpose of making a motion.
so they're basically setting it up to say
Mr.
that
Chairman,
he
I'm
has
Mark Hill from
to
Illinois,
name his
and I move
vice
that further
president
reading
today.
of the call be dispensed with, and that the secretary be instructed to incorporate the call at this point in the convention proceedings with the same force and effect as though read in full.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered.
This is all
The
just
question
procedure.
is on
That's
agreeing
all.
to the motion to dispense with the reading of the entire call for the convention and that the call be made part of the permanent record of the convention.
Damn,
All those in favor
moving it along.
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the
Damn.
ayes have it and the motion is adopted.
Right away.
Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair states that pursuant to the call and Rule 42 of the Rules of the Republican Party, as adopted by the 2020 Republican National Convention and as incorporated by the call for this convention, Rules 26 through 42 shall be the temporary rules of the convention.
Temporary. Wow.
Vicki Drummond, Secretary of the Republican National Committee, has presented to the chair the temporary roll of delegates and alternates to the convention. Ladies and gentlemen, it is
What it
now
needs is a
time for
silly
the
hat for
convention
this.
to elect its temporary chairman.
Oh, temporary.
Pursuant to the authority
Got it.
granted to me by the Republican National Committee, I nominate as the temporary chairman of the convention the Honorable Henry McMaster, Governor of South Carolina,
Damn. Everybody's saying yes.
the Honorable Brenna Byrd, Attorney
Your
General
candidate.
of Iowa,
Something. Of our RFK? Nope.
and the Honorable Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, Senate Republican leader.
Everybody's like, boo.
All those in favor of electing Governor McMaster, Attorney General Byrd, and Leader McConnell as the temporary chairman
I don't
signify
think they
by
like
saying
McConnell
aye.
too much.
All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted.
Yeah. Damn, you're
Without
overruled.
objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair appoints the following individuals to the escort committee for the temporary chairman.
No, I think
Peggy
you'll
McMaster
have
of
time
South
later on
Carolina,
today. It'll happen
Bob
later
Byrd
on.
of Iowa,
It won't happen immediately.
and the Honorable
If it
Elaine
does, I'll be
Chao of
surprised.
Kentucky. The chair has been presented with the names of the temporary officers of the convention as prepared by the Republican National Committee. The chair now recognizes the delegate from Oklahoma for the purposes of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I am Pam Pollard from Oklahoma, and I offer the following resolution for immediate consideration.
Oh, here we go. Great.
Resolved that the officers
scared.
presented and elected as temporary officers of the Republican National Convention. Mr. Chairman, I yield the balance of my time and move for the previous question of the resolution.
Without
Damn.
objection, the previous question is ordered.
They're moving through this
The
quick.
question is on
course,
the
this isn't
adoption of the
uncommon.
resolution.
They've got
All
this
those
all
in
planned
favor
out.
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the
All right.
resolution
Bye,
is
Wendy.
adopted.
We'll see you soon. This is
Without
all
objection,
procedural,
the
boring stuff.
motion
Yeah,
to
it's all
reconsider is
procedural,
laid on
boring
the
stuff.
table.
So I'm going to mute that for a second. So basically, all of this stuff was pre-planned. It's all written out. They have each delegate has their own little written script of what they're supposed to say, and when they're supposed to say it. You say it, then you say this, and then you say this, and then we do this, and then we move on. That's all that it is. They already know the outcome of who, what, when, where, how, what, when, why. Everybody is in alignment. Now they don't know exactly what the speaker's going to say whenever they speak, but if you got a teleprompter up there, 9 times out of 10 they know everything that's going to happen already as far as the procedure goes.
To present the committee's report.
That's so we can see if they announce something coming up that I'm going to miss. Hey, Heidi, how's it going, Heidi? Just got out of class. You'll have to watch a replay later. You're not missing a whole much of anything. It's this is just what's currently happening. So all of this stuff, like I said, it's pre-planned. This is not uncommon. They do this. They've got everybody doing what they're going to say. Let's see what this speaker has to say here.
Mr. Chairman, it is my privilege at this time to offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the temporary role of delegates and alternate delegates as presented to the convention become the permanent role of the convention, and that the role be considered as read. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I am honored to yield my time to.
Oh, okay. So they're moving along. It's cool. It's cool. They're at least moving along as best as they can. So nothing special there. Hey, Wesley, how's it going? Good to see you. That is a pretty host.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair. Mr. Chairman, it has been my privilege to serve as the chairman of the Committee on Credentials.
Okay, he's
Alongside my co-chair.
yeah, this is all just
Jeannie
pomp and
Lucky.
circumstance. Now, this is going to be their first session of the day, but tradition will stand. Yes, tradition will stand. All these women, their faces don't match their neck. That does happen. CJ. Oh, it's like bad AI or something. Oh, it is so true. Now, as you're watching all of this stuff, and don't be stressing about it. Don't be worrying about it. This is not going to be, this will be how they go through most of their day. And I wanted to, basically have this going. And as soon as we've, I only wanted to do like a nice little afternoon sort of breakdown of what's been going on throughout the day. What do we got here? Anything new?
Changes were incorporated into the temporary role.
Nothing good. So having this, you resemble that remark. I know you got such a lovely face and a lovely neck. Just, you're just not a good fit for me, Rosalind. Just not a good fit for me. Besides, my wife would be very, very, jealous. Not of me, but of you. She would be jealous of you. I love it. I love it.
Move the previous question on the resolution.
Yeah. She's got her speed track there.
Without objection,
got this.
the previous question is ordered. The question
But
is on
yeah,
the
so
adoption of the resolution.
today we found
All
out
those in
that Trump
favor
said,
signify by
I am
saying
not
aye.
bypassing. I'm
All
not
those
going to
opposed signify
not
by
going to
saying
slack
aye.
off. I'm going to get in here. I've got things to
In the
say,
opinion of the
things to
chair,
do.
the ayes have it.
Time
The
to move on
resolution
with
is
my
adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider
my,
is
um,
laid on the table.
my winning this election,
Congratulations to all of our delegates and alternates.
going out, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that kind of stuff.
The chair is now proud to introduce Jeff Kent, delegate from Washington and chairman of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business.
Oh,
to
don't
present
care.
the committee's report.
He can say whatever he
Joining Mr.
wants to.
Kent
Don't
are the
care about what he has to say. We're wanting it to get to the good stuff, the good meaty, the stuff, because there is so much. And send this person to voicemail because I don't know who that is. Love it whenever I get these phone calls that come in and they want to talk. Oh yeah, it looks. What is up with this lady's hair?
Following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the rules.
She's got an interesting haircut. Interesting haircut. Yeah, there's I mean, I guess it worked. Those haircuts work really well with old ladies and lesbians. Did I say that out loud? I'm just kidding. I guess I don't know why women tend to do the hair like that, but hey, they can do it however they want to. I prefer my women with, with no hair, just a bald head. Just kidding. Could care less. It is a weird haircut though. At least it doesn't look bad. Yeah, that mod, old people. That's what I said. Old people. Mod. Oh, mod, how you doing? Hey, my name is Butt Squeeze, and I could just do lip sync over these people. And I have been standing here for at least 15 minutes, and back in the backstage, I was jerking off one guy with the left hand, one with the right. And I want to thank everybody for showing up because, later today, I will be showing porns of myself on Snapchat. Now, if you want to join me, just text me at 1-800-SNAP booty, and I will be showing you what it looks like from the backside. Now, I know it's not what you like to see, but I am here to tell you it is more important than anything that I've ever done in the whole world. It is my special honor to stand here and tell you that I am not a homosexual, that I have a hand that moves like a karate chop, and it's because I like to dance slow. Yeah, bad lip sync. And by the way, if you call me at any time, day or night, I will be happy to answer and talk dirty to you. So call me 1-800 thank you. My name is Bob, and I've been throwing up my neck really quickly here, and I know I'm quite a bore in most social circles, but as you will see, I can eat pumpkin pie like nobody else. Now, if you have a choice of eating pumpkin pie or apple pie, I prefer pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is boring, just like me, and I like to eat boring pumpkin pie. But if you look, I say thank you. And more applause. Yeah, Pinhead. We'll just do bad lip syncs on these people. How's that? That looks like fun. Thank you very much, all of you smelly people out there. Now make sure that whenever you're leaving here, you go and take showers to wipe the funk off of you. If you know of anybody that disagrees, I will slam my big hammer down again. Now, as I was saying, my pickles are pickled. I like cucumbers, but I will bring somebody out that is as close to a cucumber as I can possibly recognize. So, without further ado, I will bring out a pickle. I'm your pickle. I have a pickle. I like pickles. I am Ridley, withered, and I like to eat cheese on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are my cheese eating days, and nobody will disagree with my cheese eating days on Wednesdays. And this Wednesday, I will be eating a whole block of cheese because that's what I do. It is my honor to smell like a cheese puff, and I'm holding this piece of paper because I am on the 3rd grade reading level. I will look at you when I feel like it, and until then, I want to cheer. Only you can make boring stuff funny. I tried to. Hey, Tom Cartwright. Hi from Indiana. Hey, Lexi. I like to oh, there you go. I like to thank my cat Hamburger for making this possible and not pooping on my clothes this morning.
Hi, my name is Hamburger. I'm a cat, and I smell funny. I did not poop on his shirt this morning. I want to dance a slow tune, hopefully played on a piccolo or recorder. It is okay if I don't look normal or I look shocked to be here. It's only because I had a fur ball in my throat last week. If somebody could tell me if that fur ball was supposed to come out of my throat like a little bit of a hawk. I don't know why, but somebody told me that was the hip trend thing to be is the Haktua girl. And I like bubbles. If you could tell me how to Haktua, I'll Haktua on you. It's okay. You don't need to Haktua every time. Just sometimes. Just enough to give it the right lubrication. Haktua, 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 Haktua. See, that's too much. Just once every so often, and you're good for like at least 15 minutes. Now, if it wasn't for me standing here and looking very nice, I also like to shower.
I'm with you on that, Rogue Mama. I would love to have Tulsi also. That would be awesome. He is supposed to be speaking today. It might be this evening, but he will be speaking today.
Now, everybody, Haktua with me and celebrate the next person to come out and shake their booty. Because they're going to shake their booty. Their name is Booty Shaking Booty. And I just want you to know that I don't have a whole lot of time to stand up here and just ramble on, especially when the mornings. But the afternoon, something different.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm telling you, what's up with old hair and clothes for these women? I know. Am I killing you? That's good.
Now, as I was saying, now if you applaud for this person coming out, the next person, you'll be giving them a great disservice because they're deaf. And it's only because they're deaf that we won't be showing any hand signals whenever we're speaking to them. They have to completely mouth read. If they don't mouth read, then we will just tell them to get off the stage and it'll look like something at the Apollo. Now, while we stand here and we go through all of this, this is our first session, and next week we will be on a campaign trail, not doing our jobs. We want to thank you for spending all of your hard-earned dollars and making sure that our limos are running and our hotel rooms are paid for, and our alcohol budget is very high this year. So make sure you donate to me on my station. It is my OnlyFans channel, Dimple Butt. Dimple Butt is the name of my OnlyFans channel. You too can see me Haktua there. And just for a special treat, I'll be doing it on only Wednesdays for my new subscribers. Thank you. And oh, by the way, I didn't have anything else to say to you, so it's my honor and pleasure to be here for 4 more.
Get me off. I know you. I saw you this morning. You're in my front room drinking coffee. You right there. Yeah, every single one of you were up there drinking my coffee. I don't appreciate this very much that my coffee isn't well taken care of. It was cold, and this is not the place for this to happen. Cold coffee in the morning at the RNC, it should only happen once a year. Only once a year, or maybe twice. But that's not any excuse for you guys to be standing in my office drinking coffee. I digress. Now, going forward, thank you. I was going to say, going forward, there will be no more coming into my office wearing anything but 3 pairs of different underwear. Now, you have to have one for whenever you get there because you got to be appropriate. And then you got to have another one. The second one is going to be for, during, because those are your sexy ones. The sexy underwear must come second. Sexy anymore, just sexy underwears. All right. Now, I know you think it's funny that I have to have sexy underwears, but that leads me to the third part right there.
is the last pair of underwear is the ones that you wear after you leave here, because you don't want to wear them all at the same time. You put one on, then you take the other one off, and you put the other one on, and then you take the other one off. And if you can't wear them all at the same time, it just messes me up. I don't like it. Don't like it. It is so bad that nobody understands how big my pickle is. My pickle's so big that yes, pickles, pickles, pickles. Pickle, it is what it is spread across every place in the world. Now, if you're coming in here and you're telling me that you don't like my pickle, well, you can take your panties, just go on home, because we ain't gonna do that no more. It's something down deep inside me that I like to show my pickle while you're wearing those sleek little lace panties. Now, after all this is said and done, don't you laugh at me. It is wrong for you to be laughing at me in the size of my pickle. Now, if you don't, then there's definitely something wrong with me. It's not the size of my pickle. It's just I like to be there holding my pickle out for you. And in the mornings, whenever I don't get my coffee, I'm freaking pissed off. Right now, I want my coffee. My coffee should be here. Is that too hard to ask? Why don't you know that it's all right? Bye, Bob. And I just touched my penis with my hand, but I'm going to shake yours anyway. See ya. And don't you touch my coffees no more. Everybody stay away from his coffee. If you don't stay away from his coffee, we'll just get the next person up here. My name is Bob, and I'm reading this paper here that says something about my platform. No, I know that everybody wants to get this moving along, and we're waiting for President Trump to tell us who his VP pick is, but I'll just hit my hammer instead. If you don't like it, I'll throw things at you. Next. For now. Come on. So bad. Oh, hey, Rogue Mama. Good to see all of you. Now, if everybody is situated themselves and stopped eating the cheesecake, we will get moving on with our next order of business. We would like to read this off the teleprompter as I have trademarked. What? And somebody is going to come out here, and hopefully there's just a little ass grabbing going on. Hey, boy. Hi, girlfriend. How you doing? I just came in here to tell everybody how beautiful I am. I've got some pretty brown eyes, and for 4 more years, we're going to have to tolerate me. My name is Jessica Miller Patterson, and I approve this message. And in this week, I'm going to be eating some cake and some pumpkin pie. I'm going to have a little fun. Now, don't forget your towel, because whenever it's done, you're just going to have to smile.
Well, I'm her husband, and late at night I have to stand there and watch as the big man comes in and does things to my wife, and I watch, and it's okay because it's God's will. It's sad, but I know that at some point I just feel really unhappy about it, but I do it for her. She's special to me, and I could do this all day if my wife was here. But she's with her boyfriend right now, and I'm feeling really hurt about this. If somebody has help with suicide counselor, I'd appreciate just reaching out to me. My phone number is 1-800 small man. Make the convention worth watching. Well, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. I'm just having fun. Oh my God. Now, if you look at my butt as I walk away, I'll appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, everybody look at his butt as he walks away. All right. Okay. She's much cuter, but we'll look at his butt. They have Mormons at the RNC? Okay, probably. I mean, I just hit my hammer again. This is so much fun. Now, as I was saying, don't annoy me or I'll hit my hammer again. I will do this until I can't do it anymore. Just keep hitting my hammer. Keeping hitting my hammer. What in the hell? Did I lose all my audio avatars? There we go. Now, as I was saying, Jesus Christ on a stick. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to annoy the hell out of you with my freaky haircut and my horrible sunglasses. Now, I am no relation to Al Gore, although we both believe that there is something inherently wrong with our judicial system today. And the hockey stick was real. In this month, I think I will go home to my home in Louisiana and I will make sure that there is lots of alligators to send to Florida so we can really piss off that guy Ron. He doesn't like it when we send alligators to his hometown and really makes him mad because last time we did, it ate little Floofy, his Bichon Free. Now, we didn't have anything to do with the alligator eating it. We just had everything to do with sending the alligator. Now, if you guys have anything other than that to say about it, go F off. Okay, everybody, I want to hear how many votes we F off. I want to hear our yays. Okay, now I want to hear your nays. Okay, everybody's going to F off. Now, we're going to hit some more on the weekends. Hope everybody had a good time. There will be drinks served in the cocktail bar at noon. My name is Fred. I wear a hat. Some people call me Josh, but my hard hat tells me that I'm smart. Not for the steel beam that hit me last week and made me look cross-eyed. I now wear the hat because it's permanently cemented to my head. I'm a special kind of guy, and I like corn on the cob with butter and salt. And I like my steak medium rare, but only on days that end in Y. Does everybody agree that days should end in Y? I want to hear all yays. Yay. All nays. The nays have it. We like days that end in Y. We're not eliminating them. Mr. Hard Hat Man, go away. Have a good day, Heidi. All right, everybody. Now, in this next series, we're going to be talking about cigarettes and how bad they are for your health. Now, we don't agree with smoking, but we're going to do it anyway. Hey, look, I have a hammer. It's bigger than my Thor's hammer. I got this thing I want to tell you, everybody. Now back about 5 years ago, whenever I was 10 years old, I started smoking. And well, I'm 13 now, as you can tell. And on weekends, I like to wear makeup and dress up like a woman. My Virginia Slims make me feel very special. Now, if you don't know what it's like to feel special, you haven't wearing a pair of high heels like I do. But just to keep it unboring, I like to smoke my Virginia Slims, especially with my knee-high pantyhose. Now, if you've never worn knee-high pantyhose, then you don't know what it's like to have that soft, silky feeling. And I use my Virginia Slims to burn small holes in it. so they get runs in it. And then I go walk the streets on 57th and 9th, and I will spread my legs for anybody that's got $20 and maybe a BMW, but it's okay. I only do that on certain days. The rest of the time I spend here in Washington, going under desks variously. Other places that no other body's been, but because I look really good in makeup, it is wonderful to do it every day. Well, howdy, how you doing, everybody? Good to see you. I want to hear a loud shout out to me. I am standing here in front of you, being completely without a neck. I have shoved my tie as tight as I possibly can to keep my head from falling into my shoulders. That's the only reason I can stand here today. Now, if you don't know what it's like to fight, you just fight on a regular basis. All right? I'm holding my neck on with my tie. We're going to win this election, and Donald Trump is my man. You thought that was funny, didn't you? You thought I was joking about the tie. I'm not joking about the tie. It keeps my neck from keeping my head from falling down inside my neck. Now, if I could do this, you too can do this. They call me the No Neck Wonder. It's not because I'm short and stubby. It's because I just keep my head above the water. It floats, it floats, it floats. Hooray. Hooray. Everybody's special. I'm so special. So very special. I like to do it in the morning, do it in the night, do it in the evening. Looks like Trump's about to come out here. I don't know why, but I will find it in my heart to dance. Dance a little dance. And if you don't dance with me, then there's something wrong with you. Dance your heart out and do it for me. My neck deserves it. Your neck deserves it. Our necks deserve it. America deserves more necks. I have none, so I don't expect anybody to love me anymore without my neck. But we're going to get 4 more years of me with no neck.
It's a program that acknowledges that our nation has seen better days.
And I like bubbles. This guy. I'm sorry, this one's killing me. Now, what I want to propose is that I dance. Would you like to see me dance? Don't make me angry or I will dance. It is okay. Now, see, this is my dance. I swing to the left, I swing to the right. I raise my hands and I do a little shout out to make sure that dancing is good. It is okay for you to look at me in a silly way. I'm dancing and I'm a dancing queen. Dancing queen, dancing queen, dancing queen, dancing queen. Now, if you don't like the way that I dance, you can just go home. But right now is my time to dance. I will dance how I want to dance. Don't argue with me. F off, you bastards. Oh, it's a cheaply priced call girl at $20. Oh, what do we got? Am I trying to make you spit your tea out?
That's okay. You don't have to spit your tea out there, Rosalind. I will make sure that you understand that me and my makeup is cute.
Hi, my name's Fred. I'm here to be really special. I know I don't look special with my goatee. I know it looks like my nose threw up all over my face, but it helps keep me grounded in these days of unwant and unrest. I'm special. You're special. We're all special. If you don't agree with being special, then take off the helmet like my brother George did. He's not special anymore. But because he's got a metal plate in his skull, I took it out. What? Now, there's another thing about me that you didn't know is that I took his metal plate and I use it for body armor now. I know his head was really big, but it's okay. I made sure that after I took out the metal plate, I scraped a little bit of the inside of his nasal cavity. Because that's where the metal plate was. It was in between his eyes. He has a head like a fish. There's eyes on either side of his head. They just look at you in all weird directions. It was a little freaky at the time. We tried readjusting his forehead, but it wouldn't work. So I thought maybe taking the metal plate out, using it for a metal plate on my head worked better, for body armor at least. But since that day, I got very large, and now it's about the size of a pacemaker. Now, just to make sure that all the teachers are taken care of out there, I have a special thing for you. Oh, more music. Oh yeah, there's the live band. They're playing La Cucaracha. Here, let's get the music out there for them. We got to get their music happening because it is groovy. It is groovy as all can get out. Yeah, we're adding some music to it. Yeah, groovy. Please don't let Trump ads, please. Look, it's Joe Biden down there in the front. There's Joe Biden right there. Joe Biden. Even Jill showed up for this.
Oh, Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Oh, Brandon. Oh, Brandon.
Hey Taz, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey lady, Taz. Husband and daughters have come by one to see what was so funny.
Well, I have a little thing in my pocket right now, and I just want to bring it up for everybody to see because this little light of mine will shine. Everybody, now I want you to welcome to the stage somebody that is very close to my heart. They held me in their arms just backstage, and although it was uncomfortable for me, they were quite uncomfortable, and I'd like to bring them out here shortly. Everybody, just make sure to, not make fun of them for their haircut or their body fat. The BMI is something they've been struggling with for quite some time, and I know what it's like because I struggle with things myself. I eat hamburgers and sometimes Pop Tarts, and most definitely caramel. Yes, I said that caramel. Now, if you don't like it, I will tell you. You can just back off. Stop looking funny at me. Welcome to the next person out here. They are the greatest thing to me. Please don't make fun of them anymore because it's not appropriate, not funny, and I wanna be very transparent. Oh, mm, hello. I just wanted to say to everybody that I am very honored to be here. I have been drinking just a little bit too much. Now, as you said, oh, hi, guys. Ha ha ha.
What happened now is my neck has thrown up again, and my neck is sticking out of my brain again. I want to dance, a little dance. Dance with me. Dance one for all and all for one. Today. Today.
Oh, they're already choosing their delegates. I'm so bad. They got 40 delegates so far.
Oh, thank you very much. And so I'm going to drink 40 drinks whenever I go back to the back. And whenever I get there, I just want everybody to know that I'm fine. Fine. I will drink whenever I get to the back also. You tell me, sweetheart, are you going to drink for one, for all, or are you going to take Trump as our delegate? We're going to give you 26. Well, that's fine, but I can only drink 40 at a time, so 26. Well, are these consecutive drinks, or do I have to do them all at once? I don't think I can have them all at once, but it is okay. I will.
I'm giving my support to the delegate for Trump. It will be for Trump and only for Trump. All of my delegates will go to Trump.
And this is my child. He looks nothing like me. And my wife, we sort of adopted this child, or we just picked it out of the crowd, but we will give up 43 for Oklahoma. Oh, it's wonderful. So that means that's 3 more drinks than I could have before, and now I've got this drink. If you think that I need more, I want to hear rising support. Yes, we're going to give all of our delegates to Trump also, because by the great state of West Virginia or some other place, I'm not sure, but we're going to give them all. We showed support. That man took a bullet to the head. We got to give him 4 more years. Yeah, they'll go to Donald J. Trump. 32. Oh, come on, guys. I can totally drink 32. You just gotta give me. You guys gotta give me a little bit of time. Can I get some water with that? And this next state has water. Good water too. I am special. I have found that I am shocked to be here on this tremendous day. We are going to, of course, give our support to Trump and hope that he can dodge bullets like he did earlier. It is a special time for me to be here, and we're going to give all of ours for Trump too, because that's what we were told we were supposed to do. And we have picture papers here, and we draw little pink roses upon them. So for 4 more years, we're going to go say Donald J. Trump. You guys are really killing me here. It's whenever I got in here, I wasn't expecting this was going to be a drinking competition, but here we go. Now, the next state, you guys pour a couple for me. Make sure that I'm good to go. Right, I have here that's telling me that we're going to give all our support to Donald J. Trump, but we're going to keep the anticipation up for you just because I like to be here whenever I do. If I can whip it out on the daily, I'm going to give it to Donald Trump just for 4 more years because I'm special. So special. 4 more years. Nebraska 36. Welcome, Sir Frank Otter from Nebraska. Hi. Well, does that mean I have to drink 36, or is that the size of my instinct? I forget. But our next state. With California, we have 168 up. Hi, my name's Joan. I'm special. I like to eat pumpkin pie and pickles and no sour cream because I use that in the bedroom. So we're going to give all our support to the man in the magic hat, Donald J. Trump, because we think 4 more years of him will be glorious, and we'll give it all to you. Hooray, hooray. I feel special now. I've stood here for longer than I intended to, but because he dodged a bullet, we're going to give him some special time. So we're going to vote for Donald J. Trump as our delegate. Hooray. Woo!
Oh, God. Here, let's see what.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, California, 169 votes, President Trump.
That's 100 more of 69.
Tennessee.
There you go, Tennessee. Bringing it in.
Tennessee, 58 delegates.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. My name is Jack Johnson. I have the honor of serving as the Republican Majority Leader in the Tennessee State Senate. On behalf of our delegation chairman, the Honorable Bill Lee, the 50th Governor of the great state of Tennessee, I am happy to report that from the mighty Mississippi, Graceland and Bill Street, to the Grand Ole Opry, to the Great Smoky Mountains, Rocky Top and Dollywood, to Rock City and Lookout Mountain and Bristol Motor Speedway and all points in between, we proudly cast all 58 of our votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
There you go, man. Yeah. If you look real closely, Volstorm's there. You'll see him. He's hanging out in the
Pursuant
back.
to the announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Tennessee, 58 votes, President Trump.
Nice hat. There you go.
Washington, 43 delegates.
Okay.
Madam Secretary,
I have no
Washington
neck
State,
either.
the evergreen state, where the people support law enforcement by allowing them to pursue criminals, where the people support families and children by putting into law a parent's bill of rights, where the people reform taxes so that families and young people and small businesses can thrive.
Awesome, lady
Washington
Tammy.
State,
Your state.
casts all of its 43 votes for the next president, the past president, Donald J. Trump.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Washington, 43 votes, President Trump.
She does sound drunk.
Alabama, 50
Alabama.
delegates.
There you go, Alabama. Bring it in.
Madam Chair, I'm Coach.
By the powers
Senator
invested
Tommy
in my
Tuberville,
banjo
and
playing
proud to
skills.
represent the great state of Alabama.
Sister, mama, cousin.
One of the most pro-military and pro-veteran states in the country. Huntsville, Alabama has sent somebody to the moon for the United States in the past. We will do it again in the very near future. We stand for the flag and kneel for God. Madam Chair, we proudly cast our 50 delegates for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Alabama,
Happy New
50
again
votes,
for a little
President
bit.
Trump.
She looks like an older Dakota Fanning. Hey, Heidi.
Massachusetts, 40 delegates.
All four people.
Madam Secretary, the great Commonwealth of Magachusetts, home of John
Magachusetts.
Quincy Adams, Samuel Adams, Patrick Henry, and other
I love
great
the pomp.
patriots who
I
made
love it.
America great, proudly casts all of its 40 votes for our next president, Donald J. Trump. So together, we can work to make America great again.
You normally drunk about this time of day? Hell yeah. I'm not drinking, but
Pursuant to the announcement of the
started working.
delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention,
all right, Wesley, you take care.
40 votes, President
It'll be
Trump.
it'll be good. You might miss out. Might miss
Indiana,
out. I have a feeling that after that he gets the nomination.
Madam Chair, I'm Jim
58
Banks.
delegates.
Madam Chair, I'm Jim Banks from the great state of
I have
Indiana.
a feeling he's going to announce after all this is done. He's going to come out and announce who his
In
VP
Indiana,
is.
we believe in the American dream. We love America, and we love Donald J. Trump. As the son of a factory worker born in a trailer park, a veteran of the United States Navy, it's the honor of my life on behalf of my great state, the Hoosier State, to cast all 58 votes for the greatest president of my lifetime and my friend, Donald Trump. Thank you.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Indiana, 58 votes, President Trump. Georgia.
Georgia, they'll come out and say, yeah, we ain't supporting anybody.
59 delegates.
In my state.
Madam Secretary, I'm Josh McCoon, Chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. Georgia, the Empire State of the South. Georgia, the #1 state to do business in the United States of America. On November 5th, the Peach State will send 16 electoral votes for the once and future President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And today, we proudly cast all 59 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
There you go. Did they boo themselves? Yeah, they are a little weird. Georgia, they are a little
Pursuant to
weird.
the announcement of
Miss
the
the old
delegation
flag,
and
Georgia
the
used to
rules
have.
and procedures of this convention,
Hey, don't ask me,
Georgia,
Volstorm. I don't know.
59 votes, President Trump. Utah, 40 delegates.
Uh-oh. Watch
Madam
out.
Secretary, my name is Mike Lee. I'm a U.S. Senator representing Utah.
All right, Mike. I know you're special. Looks like he's about to throw
Utah's
up.
a place where we have big families, big hearts, and big
Big
ideas.
families,
It's a place
yeah.
where we love freedom.
Our family tree
We
goes
love the
straight up.
Constitution,
We're happy to be
and we
here.
despise tyranny. In Utah, from the Red Rocks to the snow-capped mountains with the greatest snow on earth, we know what heaven on earth looks like. Utah, the 45th state admitted to the Union, today proudly
Thank you
casts
forever.
all of its 40 delegate votes for President Donald J. Trump and his newly announced running mate, my friend and colleague, J.D. Vance.
Oh. Are they saying that's his new running mate, J.D. Vance? I didn't know he announced it.
Well done.
I'm wearing my glasses.
Oh, it is J.D. Vance? I didn't hear that they did that.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Utah, 40 votes.
Well, Norma, they
President
they
Trump.
just said J.D. Vance was.
Maryland, 37 delegates.
Weird.
Madam Secretary, my name is David Bossie.
He said he didn't
Maryland,
announce
the
it.
old line
Or wasn't
state.
announcing it.
The 7th state to enter the Union, known for the amazing Chesapeake Bay and Blue Crab, and the United States Naval Academy. The home of Fort McHenry, the historic site that inspired the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, he announced on
And the
True
home
Social? Okay. Good to know,
Of the
lady.
next United States Senator
lady
from
to know,
Maryland,
Tammy.
Larry Hogan.
Cool.
Maryland, the
Well, I hope J.D.
proudly
Vance
cast
does well. That's
our
all I can
37
say.
votes for my friend, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald John Trump.
Donald.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Maryland, 37 votes, President Trump.
Yep. J.D. Vance.
Texas,
Well, there you go. I was wrong. J.D. Vance got it. He'll be his running mate. That'll be interesting. Donald. My name is
Madam
John.
Secretary.
Hard to speak whenever you've been drinking most of the morning.
I'm Abraham Joe, Chairman of
Texas.
Republican Party of Texas. Not only Texas is the economic powerhouse of America.
Oh, yeah, it
where
is.
We back our police officers, back our oil and gas workers,
Yeah, they
and
do.
back our men and women in uniform.
Our men and
Not
women.
only Texas create more private jobs every month than Joe Biden could ever dream when he's
Bump,
sleeping at
bump,
8
deep
o'clock.
in the heart of
Not only
Texas.
we are the state where no Democrat has won
Something's going
a
deep in
single
Texas.
statewide office since
More than just heart.
1992. Behalf of our great Governor Greg Abbott, our Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and our Attorney General Ken Paxton, and the Republican Party of Texas, and our entire delegation, be cast
Oh, I like JD.
161 of our delegates for the 45th and the 47th President Donald J. Trump.
Yeehaw! Go Texas. Look at that. 161 delegates.
God bless Texas.
Oh, yeah, she would be. But he's getting JD Vance. He's already said so.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Texas, 161 votes.
Yep, Wallstorm,
President
JD Vance.
Trump.
You're welcome.
Iowa, 79 delegates.
Madam Secretary Alex Triantafilou, Chairman of the Ohio Republican Party. I stand here today with my friend Bernie Moreno, who's going to retire forever, politician Sherrod Brown, and deliver a win to the United States Senate. We proudly cast our 79 votes.
I don't know, the little
President
cutie back there over
Donald
his
J.
shoulder
Trump
is not bad
and
looking.
JD Vance.
He's cute. And JD Vance. Hooray.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this
Oh, Welsh lady, how you doing? Good to see you.
Iowa, 79 votes. President Trump.
Oh,
America, Samoa, 9 delegates.
what were they booing?
Talofa.
Talofa.
Talofa teleman mato tunu pele America Samoa. Where our motto is God is first. Therefore, Madam Secretary,
We voting for God.
American Samoa proudly and with all our hearts cast our vote in favor of our next president, Donald J. Trump. American Samoa! Talumai! Talumai! Hey! Hey! Hey!
We're going to do it. Do the fight dance.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules
Imagine that,
and
Samoa.
procedures of this convention, America, Samoa, 9 votes. President Trump.
Hooray.
Wisconsin, 41 delegates.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the Wisconsin delegation, we welcome everyone here to this 23rd Psalm place we call home, where 170 years ago, this great party was founded down the road in Ripon, Wisconsin,
you like their cookies?
in a little white schoolhouse. Madam Secretary, the great state of Wisconsin proudly casts all of its 41 votes for Donald J. Trump.
Bobbles a lot. That makes it in my tire, Blue Hawaiian.
Pursuant to the
Yep.
announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Wisconsin, 41 votes. President Trump.
Michigan
New York,
voted yet?
91 votes.
Maybe. I don't know. I've been making fun of them. You like Rosalind's cookie? I don't know. There's a lot of people that want to toss Rosalind's cookie.
President Donald J. Trump will always be a New Yorker, and New York will always love President Donald J. Trump.
There you go, girl. Except he's a Florida man now, sweetheart. He's done take a bullet in his ear.
Donald J. Trump will be the first Republican in a generation who will win New York State. It is my honor as representative for New York's 21st Congressional District, House Republican Conference Chair, on behalf of the 91 New York delegates to the Republican National Convention, we proudly cast all 91 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Damn. 91.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New York, 91 votes. President Trump.
That's sweet of you. Sweet of you, Lost Lady. I'll check it out.
Florida,
Florida. Then Florida's going to say, he's with us.
125 delegates.
Madam Secretary, and everybody in this great city. On behalf of our entire family, and on behalf of the 125 delegates in the unbelievable state of Florida, we hereby nominate every single one of them for the greatest president that's ever lived, and that's Donald J. Trump. Hereby declaring him the Republican nominee for President of the United States of America.
Is that his wife? Is that his daughter? Okay. I was going to say, his wife looks a little young. But yeah. What? Okay.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Florida, 125 votes, President
Yeah,
Trump.
welcome. Make sure you guys have reached over there and tap that like button. Oh, jeez. Gonna get me in trouble. Get me in trouble, damn it. Over the top. All right, let's give them some music that'll get us in trouble. Let's add some music. Let's add some music because they're gonna throw something in there, and well, we just can't have that. That'll just get us in trouble. So let's throw something in there. Let's see. We're gonna go for some country music. How's that? We'll get the Octagon Clash. Or on the open. Here we go. We'll get some music in here for it so we don't get in trouble, because you know they're going to be playing some stars and happy music, and we'll just get some music happening in there just to make it really good. It takes a little bit for it to load up in there, but once it loads up, we'll add it to it. Give me just a minute for it to sum up there, and as soon as it's there, we'll bring it in just for you guys. Just for you guys. Bring it in and bring it in here. Give it a little bit. Here we go.
Headlights cut through the dark as I leave Nebraska behind. Got my foot on the gas, the destination's on my mind.
There we go. Got the music done. There we go.
Continue with the roll call of the states.
So
Puerto Rico.
So they basically got all of the nominations they need to make him the next president there. So all the nominations are in for the delegates, make him the running man.
23 delegates.
Madam Chairman, I'm Angel Cintrón, State Chairman for the Republican Party of Puerto Rico. The great 51st Republican State of the Union, Puerto Rico. The shining star of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters of Florida, Texas, California, New York, and all the state. Proudly cast all of our 23 votes for our next President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Puerto Rico, 23 votes, Donald Trump, President Trump.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
Kentucky,
go fishing or something.
46 delegates.
Brady's done with work already. I'm here. Make your day of work much more enjoyable. Pato malo.
Madam Chairman.
Oh.
Chairman, the Commonwealth of Kentucky proudly cast 46 votes.
He's being
for the next
booed.
President Donald J. Trump.
They're booing the hell out of him.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and
Yes.
procedures of this convention, Kentucky.
Would you look at that?
46
Just look at
votes,
it.
President
Look at
Trump.
it. Yeah. You notice he didn't have a
Hawaii,
big speech to make.
19 delegates.
It would have made him look like an ass had
Aloha
he
mai
not.
kākou. We are the delegation from the beautiful state of Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We carry with us the traditions of the father of the Hawaii Republican Party, Prince Kuhio Kalanaʻaneole Pi'ikoi. And we carry his sentiment when he said, "We are Republicans from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet." Madam Secretary, the great state of Hawaii pledges all 19 votes
He's
for
a
the future
turncoat,
President of the United States,
isn't he?
Donald J.
Yeah.
Trump.
More like a turncoat. An old coot. Son of a coot.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Hawaii, 19 votes,
Nobody
President
wanted
Trump.
to hear, much less see him. Yeah, that's why he
Kansas,
was keeping
39
it short and
delegates.
sweet.
I am Mike Brown, chairman of the Republican Party of Kansas, the heartland of America and the breadbasket of the world. Also the aviation capital of the world and the home state of Bob Dole and Dwight D. Eisenhower. Madam Chair, the great state of Kansas proudly casts all 39 of its votes for the man, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention,
Pepsi?
Kansas, 39 votes, President Trump. Louisiana, 47 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I am Eric Scarmetta, Public Service Commissioner for the state of Louisiana and Delegation
Oh,
Chairman.
nice seersucker suit.
Louisiana, led by my friend, Republican Governor Jeff Landry. Home of the Speaker of the House of the United States Government, Mike Johnson. House
I don't think
Majority
so.
Leader, Steve Scalise. Host of the 2025 Super Bowl for the NFL for the 11th time. The state with the lowest utility rates in the country.
Oh, yeah.
And becoming
Are
a
you ready
center for capital
to
investment for the United States.
rumble?
Louisiana, the sportsman's paradise, casts all of its 47 delegate votes for the bold and brave Donald J. Trump.
Bold, brave, and bulletproof. Yes, you would have dominated the
Pursuant to the
convention.
announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures.
If
of
we
this
would have run that
convention,
like we're going to run it
Louisiana,
tonight,
47 votes.
it'll be
President
wild tonight,
Trump.
Wallstorm.
Delaware, 16 delegates.
No brass
Madam
band.
Secretary, my
No
name is
brass
Julianne
balls.
Murray, and I am the proud state chairman of the Delaware Republican Party. Delaware is a small and mighty state, but we are the first state. We are so proud of our
That's
nominee.
creepily
and we
looking
are
at
going
the
to
camera.
fight
Stop looking
to
at the camera,
deliver
dude.
Delaware to Donald
Creepy.
J. Trump.
Looks like he wants to eat me.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Delaware proudly casts all of its 16 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Dude, looking at the cameras. Delaware, really?
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Delaware, 16 votes, President Trump. Guam,
Even
9
has brass
delegates.
balls.
Madam Chairman, half a day, I'm Felix Camacho, former governor of Guam. We send a warm half a day and Sejus Maasi from the great territory of Guam, where America's day begin. Itano Imansamoru.
The home of the newest Marine Corps base, Camp Blas, and over 20,000 members of our armed forces, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Space Force, and over
The
23,000
first guy that spoke looked like a guy who was in the
So, Madam
military
Chair,
with. He looks like a guy who was in the military
The great
with.
territory of
From
Guam,
Guam.
proudly cast all 9 of its votes for President Donald J. Trump. Sejus Maasi.
Pursuant
so
to the
listen to all you
announcement of
YouTube
the
fans.
delegation
Welcome,
and the
Taz.
rules and procedures of this convention, Guam, 9 votes, President Trump. Connecticut, 28 delegates.
Madam Secretary, my name is Ben Proto, and I have the honor of serving as chairman of the great state of Connecticut's Republican Party. Connecticut, the Constitution state, the arsenal of democracy, and the home of the two-time, soon-to-be three-time NCAA men's basketball champion UConn Huskies, proudly cast 28 votes for the 45th president and soon-to-be 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Connecticut,
The dogs are looking at me funny.
28 votes, President Trump. Alaska, 29 delegates.
Right. Garden Gnome.
The great state of Alaska pledges all of its 29 delegate votes to Donald J. Trump. The state of Alaska, the largest state in the nation, 2.5 times the size of our fellow state, Texas. The furthest northern state, western state, and eastern state, the largest bears in the country, largest moose, biggest military, more retired veterans per capita. Once again, we pledge all of our votes, 29 delegates, to Donald Trump, the next president of the United States of America.
You might have a big landmass, but that don't mean diddly squat whenever it
Pursuant
comes
to
to
the
people.
announcement of the delegation and the
Usable
rules
land.
and procedures of this convention,
Government owns
Alaska,
most of
29
Alaska.
votes, President Trump. Oregon, 31 delegates.
Alaska just needs to invade
Madam
Canada.
Secretary, I'm Tracy Hunnell, National Committee Woman for Oregon, home of Congresswoman Lori Chavez DeRemer and Congressman Cliff Benz, home of the Beavers.
They couldn't be here because they were too drunk.
The deepest lake in
We
the
brought
country and the
all of our
deepest
ladies
canyon in the
here.
country. We have the third most climbed mountain in the world, and we're the wind sailing capital of the world. Oregon is an outdoor lover's paradise with every geographical terrain on the planet within our border.
Yeah.
Madam Secretary,
Is that
the
is that
great
why
state of
everybody wants to leave
proudly
Oregon?
casts our 31 votes
Blame
for President
Canada.
Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Oregon, 31 votes, President Trump.
I love it.
Mississippi, 40 delegates.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Governor Tate Reeves, on behalf of the great state of Mississippi, the hospitality state, the birthplace of America's music, home to B.B. King, Elvis, Faulkner, and the best catfish in the entire world, where our food is fried and our tea is sweet, where breaking economic development and employment records daily is as common as college baseball national championship teams. A Republican stronghold and a key piece of the Red Wall. From the mighty Mississippi River to the sweet Gulf Coast and everywhere in between, I am incredibly excited, honored, and proud to cast all 40 of our votes for the next president of these great United States,
Well-
Donald J. Trump.
You also have to remember, although those folks might have been from Tennessee or from
Pursuant to the
Mississippi,
announcement
they
of
moved
the
to Tennessee to get
delegation
away
and the
from
rules and
Mississippi.
procedures of
That
this
tells you
convention,
anything.
Mississippi, 40 votes, President Trump. Northern Mariana Islands, 9 delegates.
Half a day, John Tiro, Madam Secretary.
Was that about Gentiles?
I am Irene Hall, and I am the National Committee Woman and Delegation
Is
Chair
Irene Hall?
of the Northern Mariana Islands. On behalf of the 9 delegates from my beautiful Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, we are so proud to cast all of our votes for our President,
Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Northern Mariana Islands, 9 votes, President Trump.
But can they spell it?
Wyoming, 29
I know, it was
delegates.
cute. Northern Mariana.
Madam Chairman, I'm Wyoming Secretary of State and Wyoming Delegation Chairman Chuck Ray.
The cowboy state is the energy capital of our country. We
What cowboys
supply
did you steal that hat from?
coal,
Because it
oil
doesn't
and
fit you,
gas,
son.
soda ash, ag products for the entire world. And Wyoming,
And what
the
kind
cowboy
of fold
state,
is that you
Trump
got
country.
on that hat?
We've supplied the highest margin of victory for President Trump
hat
in
looks
both
horrible.
2016 and 2020.
Yeah, his stupid hat looks stupid on him, too.
And with
'cause
that,
it's sitting
Wyoming,
on
the
his
cowboy
ears.
state, casts all of its 29 delegates for President Donald J. Trump.
Doesn't even look like it fits him.
Pursuant
fold
to
is
the
all messed up.
announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Wyoming, 29 votes, President Trump. Maine, 20 delegates.
Hi, my name is Demi Kazunas. I'm a proud Army veteran, a dentist, a daughter of legal immigrants, mother and grandmother, and will be the next
Holy
U.S. Senator
crap.
from the great state of Maine. But today, as chair of the Maine delegation, the largest exporter of lobsters and blueberries, also known as vacation land, and we delivered one electoral college vote for President Trump in 16 and 20 out of all of New England. We stand here proudly with my delegation of 20 to cast all of our votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Maine, 20 votes, President Trump. Missouri, 54 delegates.
Madam Secretary, Missouri, the show me state.
Damn,
Home of the
you can show me,
Super
girl.
Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Don't care, but you can show me whatever you want to show me.
United States
A little
Senators,
shiny,
Josh
but that's all right.
Hawley and Eric Schmidt. From the great Northwest of the Pony Express to the Lake of the Ozarks, Bass Pro Shop, and St. Louis Arch, the mighty
Bass Pro
Missouri
Shop,
is
where
casting
people like to go
54
swimming
delegates for our
with the
favorite
fishes.
president and the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
That's right. Scream it like you mean it.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and
Really get
procedures
the
of this
delegates. Let's be
convention,
unanimous Trump.
Missouri,
Will be our next
54
president,
votes,
as it is.
President Trump.
Well, you got to pay, Dad?
Idaho, 32 delegates.
32. 32 of those wonderful delegations.
I'm
Wow.
Dorothy Moon, chairwoman of the Idaho Republican Party.
I don't know,
and
but
also
her
the
daughter is
delegate
pretty damn
sponsor.
cute.
I'm excited to have all of
Little
the
girl right
delegates
here.
behind us, all
She's cute.
32 votes to go toward Donald
She's
J.
cutie.
Trump. We are the gem state. We are very rural. We have a lot of mountains and rivers, and we also love freedom and liberty. And we love a fighter, and Donald Trump is a proven fighter. And we want him to be our next president with our 32 delegates. We need to be with him. Fight!
Oh, 32 could make it out of the bunker today. Oh, even the guy from Michigan has a better hat. Right, Melanie.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Idaho, 32 votes, President Trump. Illinois,
Oh, boy.
64 delegates.
Oh, she's got some bright eyes.
Madam Secretary, I'm
Just don't talk.
Congresswoman Mary Miller, and I'm proud to represent Illinois, the land of Lincoln, the first Republican president. And on behalf of parents who are horrified by Joe Biden's attack on parental rights, on behalf of farmers who are being crushed by the Biden economy, on behalf of our daughters who Biden is
Got a
forcing
nice
to
neck.
compete against men in sports, and on behalf of the victims
You got the prettiest,
Kamala
whitest
Harris
teeth I ever
border
came across.
crisis, Madam
Little
Chairwoman,
stalkery.
Illinois proudly cast all 64 votes
No,
for
no.
President Donald J. Trump.
She looks like she might eat somebody.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Illinois, 64 votes, President Trump.
Yeah, they've reached
North Dakota,
the delegates a while back.
29
They
delegates.
haven't even gotten through all the states yet.
Madam Secretary, I'm North Dakota State Auditor Josh Gallion and chair of our delegation. I'm a United States Air Force veteran. I'm here with our
You guys
chairwoman,
wanna hear
Sandy
some
Sanford,
news?
and the rest of our delegation. North
Outside
Dakota,
of,
we love
this?
our farmers. We love our
So if you guys want to hear some good news, I've got some news outside of this that would be really damn interesting. You just let me know whenever you're ready. What I'll do is I'll put up a poll for a few minutes and let you guys in. Let you know what it is.
The great
Give me
state of
just
North
a second.
Dakota proudly cast
Pull
all
up
of
a
its
poll
29
here.
votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention,
Well,
North
you have to
Dakota,
wait.
29 votes, President Trump.
poll.
Arizona, 43 delegates.
News.
Arizona needs to
Keep
secure
it
its southern
here.
border to prevent the atrocities that are happening and fix its broken election system. And that's why I, Shelby Bush, the
Longer.
delegation chair, and our wonderful state chairwoman, Gina Swoboda, and this entire delegation cast their 43
News.
delegates to Donald J. Trump.
Okay, here.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and
I
rules
just
and procedures
hit
of this
the
convention,
like button.
Arizona, 43 votes, President Trump. New Jersey, 12 delegates.
What is it?
Madam
Black.
Secretary, I'm State Senator Michael
What is
Testa
it?
from the great state, the Garden State, the state of New Jersey, a state where President Donald J. Trump has invested heavily. And we think and we know that he can win New Jersey this year. Madam Secretary, we should all be thankful right now that we are able to cast our votes for President Donald J. Trump after what took place on Saturday.
Bless.
So the state of New Jersey is extremely proud to cast all of its delegate votes for the 45th.
There we go. There's a
and soon to
poll.
be 47th President of these United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New Jersey, 12 votes, President Trump. U.S. Virgin Islands, 4 delegates.
Madam Secretary, as chairman of the United States Virgin Islands, the land of welcoming people, beautiful beaches, tremendous culture, and the best rum in the world, proudly casts its 4 delegates for President Donald J. Trump.
All right. You sound really excited about this.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures, the U.S. Virgin Islands, 4 votes, President Trump. North Carolina.
Oh my God, hooray.
North Carolina, 74 delegates.
74.
Madam Secretary, I am Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, and God willing, I will be the next governor of North Carolina. North Carolina is the Tar Heel state. North Carolina is the home of the longleaf pine, and North Carolina is indeed, woo, the state that is and always will be first in flight. Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the state of North Carolina, I am directed that the state to cast 62 votes for America's Braveheart and the next president of the United States of America.
That bulletproof man we
Trump,
call
for
Donald J. Trump.
And
Talk
12
about
votes
that.
in accordance with the rules.
North Carolina, 62 votes, President Trump.
We're going to
12
shut down
votes to be
the
cast
poll in here in
pursuant to
about
the
30
rules
seconds.
and procedures of this convention.
Get your votes in on the poll. Get your votes in on the poll.
Arkansas.
Get your votes in on the poll.
40 delegates.
In about 10. Right after they announce.
Madam Secretary, Chairman Wadley, I am Joseph Wood, Chairman of the Republican Party of Arkansas, the natural state, the land of opportunity, home of the 47th Governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Yes. Also home of the National Federation of Republican Women, Julie Harris, Johnny Cash, Al Green,
I didn't.
and the
Oh,
Little
well,
Rock
Al
Nine
Green, but
Civil Rights Movement. We
saying,
cast our 40
I didn't know
votes
Johnny
to
Cash was
continue to
part of the
fight and
women's
save
right movement.
America with Donald J. Trump. Our votes for Donald J. Trump. Woo big Sweet!
There we go. Ending the poll. We're going to pause this real quick. And what do we have here? The news. Oh, 64% of you want to hear the news. Well, here we go with the news. Here in Fulton County, Georgia, Superior Court Judge Ural Glanville has been removed from the Young Thug YSL case in Fulton County. Fulton County Judge Rachel Krause issued her ruling on the motion submitted by attorneys for Jeffrey Williams and DeMonte Kendrick and attorney Kayla Bumpus on July 15th. In her ruling, Krause stated that while the court has no doubt that Judge Glanville can and would continue presiding fairly over this matter if the recusal motions were denied, doubt it, the necessity of preserving the public's confidence in the judicial system weighs in favor of excusing Judge Glanville from further handling of this case. Krause granted both Kendrick's and Williams' motion to recuse Judge Glanville. However, she denied Bumpus's motion to quash the showcase order and recuse Judge Glanville because it is moot. Defense attorneys, particularly Brian Steele, have been filing motions for months for a mistrial, claiming that Judge Glanville was biased against them and their clients. However, it was an ex parte meeting on June 10th between Glanville prosecutors from Fulton County District's office and a state witness, Kenneth Copeland, that led to multiple requests for recusal. The initial request from Steele went to Glanville, who denied it. Kendrick then tried to bypass Judge Glanville by appealing to the Georgia Supreme Court. They declined to consider it, but ordered another judge to review the motions. And of course, Judge Rachel Krause was assigned to the case. Steele also attempted to have Judge Krause recused based on the fact that Judge Glanville donated to her reelection campaign a few months ago, and because they're both judges in Fulton County, and she denied that motion. At this time, it is unknown who will take over the case or when the trial will resume, and we don't need to know what the charges are. All we need to know is that he is moved out of there. So he will not be handling that anymore. So Glanville is gone. There you go. That was the news. I'm glad you guys got to enjoy that with me. My wife actually sent me a message saying, look at that. Here we go. We will bring this back up.
Arkansas.
We'll continue this on. We'll catch up.
40
We'll play a little
votes.
catch up with it.
President Trump.
Yeah. Crazy.
Virginia, 48 delegates.
There we go. We'll fast forward a little bit so we can get caught up.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the great Commonwealth of Virginia, named last week by CNBC as America's top place to do business. Home to 850,000 of the greatest Americans, our military and veteran heroes.
He's on
Home to
speed.
Washington, Madison, Monroe, the first governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the voice of liberty, Patrick Henry, and home to Thomas Jefferson, who penned the most immortal words that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights.
Amen,
Among them
brother.
are life, liberty,
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Damn right.
Proudly, as governor of Virginia, along with our great chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia, Rich Anderson, we cast our delegate votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and his vice president, J.D. Vance.
There you go.
Virginia, 42 votes, President Trump, 6 votes to be cast pursuant to the rules and procedures of the
There's
convention.
more people in Dallas. I know.
Michigan, 55 delegates.
We just talked about how many veterans there were.
Madam Chairwoman, I rise from the great state of Michigan, where the Republican Party was founded under the oaks on July 6, 1854, home of the gas-powered automobile, Flint, Vehicle City, Motown, Michigan State University Spartans, the 2023 football national champions, Michigan Wolverines,
Gasoline-powered
USA,
vehicles.
the Great Lakes State, and sadly, the worst governor in America. We welcome you to the Midwest. The liberal elite call us flyover country. We're proud to be part of the so-called blue wall, and we're going to tear down that wall to once again elect our 45th and 47th president,
Unbelievable.
Donald J. Trump. Michigan.
Unbelievable. Circumcised.
Michigan.
I thought that's
51 votes, President Trump.
circumcision.
4 votes to be cast pursuant to the rules and procedures of the convention.
Whitmer is garbage. Yes.
Minnesota, 39 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Minnesota, the battleground state of Minnesota, which will elect a Republican for president for the first time since 1972.
Dude, what's up with that guy's hair?
Minnesota, the first state to fight to preserve our nation in 1861. Today, to preserve
what's
our
up with
nation
his
again,
hair?
we Minnesotans proudly pledge all
From
39 of our
Minnesota
delegate
must
votes
be,
for
'cause
our next
nobody would
president,
cut
Donald
their
J.
hair
Trump.
like that. What is wrong with you, son?
Pursuant to the announcement
You look like
of the
an
delegation
alien.
and the rules and procedures of this convention, Minnesota, 39 votes, President Trump. Colorado, 37 delegates.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the Colorado Republican Party and the great state of Colorado, the Centennial State, home of the U.S. Air Force Academy and Space Command, along with the best Rocky Mountain peaks and powder skiing in the world, I have the honor of announcing that our delegation, with unity and purpose, while responding to our president's call to fight, unanimously votes for the 45th
There you
and
go.
soon-to-be 47th president of the
Using
United
it.
States, Donald J. Trump.
Man takes a bullet to the ear, and these people fall in
Pursuant to the
line.
announcement of the
That
delegation
what it
and
takes.
rules and procedures of
That
this
what I've
convention,
got to do for you
Colorado,
folks.
37
No.
votes, President Trump. Rhode Island, 19 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the ocean state, where almost 90 years of democratic control has led to the industrial vandalism of our ocean. Wind turbines in our ocean are killing our fishing industry and marine life, which has led to all pain and no gain. We were the first state to declare our independence from Britain and the last state to ratify the Constitution because
First
we
governor.
believe in states'
Y'all don't
rights.
know
We are home to
Inslee
the independent
too
man
well.
who wonders what happened to that independent freedom of religion spirit that Roger Williams brought into Rhode Island. Let's bring back the spirit and soul of America with patriotism
Whitner-
and
Whitner
intelligence
kidnapping
rather than
hoax?
blind, ambitious power.
Hmm.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Rhode Island proudly cast all 19 votes for Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant
Lady,
to the
don't do
announcement
that.
of the delegation and the rules and
I mean,
procedures
I
of this
understand as you get older, you get a little bit
Rhode
of
Island,
that
19
blab,
votes,
but just don't be
President Trump.
doing the fist pump. It looks
Pennsylvania,
weird.
67 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and its phenomenal delegation behind
Commonwealth.
me, the birthplace of our nation and Constitution at Independence Hall, proudly cast all the 67 votes for the bravest man in America, Donald J. Trump.
Good
Pursuant
afternoon,
to the
King
announcement
Paco.
of the delegation and and rules and procedures
I've got
of
it
this convention,
on fast
Pennsylvania,
forward to catch up.
67 votes, President Trump. South Dakota, 29 delegates.
I've got it on like 1.5 speed to catch up.
Madam Secretary, I'm Larry Roden, Lieutenant Governor of the great state of South Dakota.
Oh, she's
I'm proud to
cute.
speak on behalf of myself and Governor Nome and our delegation. We represent the freest state in a nation built on the principles of freedom. On behalf of South Dakotans, I wanted to say one thing. President Trump helped bring our fireworks back to our Mount Rushmore.
Nice.
That monument honors 4 of our greatest presidents. And I believe there's room for one more.
Oh,
just saying. On behalf of South Dakota's 29 delegates, I proudly cast all
Oh,
our
what a
votes
hype
for
party.
President Donald
Yeah.
J. Trump.
What a hype
South
party.
Dakota, 28 votes, President
Oh.
Trump.
All right.
New
it'll-
Mexico, 22 delegates.
Oh, great. New Mexico. Right.
Madam Secretary, I'm Jim Townsend, National Committeeman from New Mexico, joined with Tina Zook, National Committeewoman
drunk.
from New Mexico, and the delegation from New Mexico. New Mexico is known as the land of enchantment. We remember well when our citizens flourished and jobs were always available. Madam Secretary, we remember when the courts in our country were known for
Boys.
being fair.
My
and our
pickles
borders
are
were secure.
purple, and I
Madam
have
Secretary,
eaten
we
so
also
many
remember
of them.
who was responsible for that, and who worked hard for America. That's why
You've heard of
today,
Trump? Yep. Lefty,
New
that is
Mexico
crazy, isn't it?
cast all 22 votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New Mexico, 22 votes, President Trump. Montana, 31 delegates.
And here's what I'll say, Lefty. You know, the thing is people will change their mind whenever they actually find out who somebody is and the stature of them. More than likely, JD had never met Donald Trump at all. So he had no idea except for what the news portrayed him.
Madam Secretary, Montana is
He snapped his
big-side
ass in line
country,
pretty quick, didn't he?
abundant with God's
Is she cross-eyed?
blessings. Montana is
That's
the
sorta
most
hot.
patriotic state in the USA. Montana is debt-free and sanctuary city-free.
That's why they're debt free.
As Secretary of State, along with all the delegates from Montana, we stand with a leader who has reshaped American politics and reinvigorated our spirit as a nation. He delivered on his promises, record job growth, historic tax cuts, securing our border,
This
and
guy right here,
protecting our Second
I don't
Amendment.
know, he has that look of a serial killer.
It is our honor to cast 31 votes for
Weird.
our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Montana, 31 votes, President Trump. South Carolina.
This is a balanced budget every year. Mhm.
Madam Secretary, I'm Henry McMaster, proud, happy
Dude,
governor
who's that
of the
creep?
state of South Carolina, lucky husband of First
guy looks
Lady
creepy.
Jackie Jean Maccabee McMaster,
This guy looks creepy back here.
great state of South Carolina,
That's
the
creepy,
Palmetto
dude.
State, from the mountains to the sea, where we've been fighting for liberty since 1670, where the Revolutionary
Everybody
War
just wants
was
to get their
won,
face on that their
where
camera.
in 2016, Donald Trump won his first primary victory ever, ushering in the Trump era of American history. The great state of South Carolina proudly casts all 50 of its
It does.
votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, South Carolina, 50 votes, President Trump.
There you go.
Vermont, 17
Getting towards the end.
delegates.
Madam Secretary, thank you. My name is Gerald Malloy. I am a proud Vermonter, a Vermont delegate, and a veteran. I am also the Vermont Republican Party nominee for the United States Senate, and I'm the guy that's going to retire Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Vermont is the Green Mountain State. It's the 14th star. A long history of leadership and innovation for the United States. Ethan Allen, John Deere,
boy,
President
yeah,
Calvin
voting for
Coolidge.
the.
Our motto is freedom and unity. Unfortunately, right now, we've got a problem with unity and division in the United States. There's one man that's going to reunite.
That guy looks creepy,
our
like
country
he's reaching up
make
and grabbing a hold of
America
something.
Great again. It's
That looks like
Donald
he's-
Trump, 45th and
Hey,
47th
you finna-
president.
gonna be touching your
Mr.
butt.
Chairman, the great state of Vermont proudly casts all of its 17 votes for Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Vermont, 17 votes, President Trump.
17.
District of Columbia, 19 delegates.
DC.
Madam
Swamp.
Secretary, on behalf of the District of Columbia, I am directed by that district to cast its
Yes, sir.
19 votes
19
for
votes.
president
Let's say
in
that you will.
accordance with the rules.
You know how it is when you have done this so many
District of
times.
Columbia, 19 votes.
I'm happy to say it
pursuant to the
again.
rules and procedures of the convention. Thank you, delegates.
Can you look for Chloe the dog, please, Vermont? Please. And now I will hand you a piece of paper.
Ladies and gentlemen, Speaker Johnson.
Speaker Johnson. No, hello. My name is Speaker Johnson. They call me Little J.
All right.
Well, the voice
The
didn't match.
chair is prepared
This
to
little man.
announce the results. The following candidate
You have to
received the
guess.
following votes. 2,387 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Just a little shy of another one.
Let's make it official. Accordingly, the chair announces that President Donald J. Trump, having received a majority of the votes entitled to be cast at the convention, has been selected as the Republican Party nominee for President of the United States.
Hey, look, we have hats. Hooray! Hey, Alicia. Good to see you. Good to see you.
The chair is pleased to appoint the following to serve as the escort committee for President Donald J. Trump. Eric Trump,
What's their name?
Donald Trump Jr.,
Oh,
Tiffany Trump,
Tiffany.
Ivanka Trump,
Ivanka.
and Barron Trump.
And Barron.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's a subdued crowd. Well, they probably got, it's hard
Ladies
to
and
scream
gentlemen,
and yell whenever you're wearing bulletproof vests.
It is now my
Don't worry,
honor
man.
to introduce the Attorney General. And there goes the teleprompter.
Yep. Somebody that took out teleprompter. Go save him. All right. Let me mute that. As the teleprompter went out, and we gotta put in our own damn music, you sons of bucks. We'll just play this.
See the kids run fast, gonna cheer with all my might. Illinois, here I come, gotta make it there tonight. Through the rolling fields, I'll keep on driving strong. Windows down, wind in my hair, singing my favorite songs. Tennessee's the next stop, gonna meet the FNL crew. Gather round the bonfire with friends, enjoying the view. On
There you
the
go.
open road, chasing dreams in the setting sun.
Did you win? I hope so.
Behind, just me and my old truck having fun. From Nebraska to Illinois, then on to Tennessee.
Damn.
Every mile takes me closer to where I want to be.
We'll volunteer. You too can join the Chump Force 47. All right, Taz. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day also. Put 1.3 Rhode Islands in the RNC Convention Center. Oh, yeah.
Headlights cut through the dark as I leave Nebraska behind. Got my foot on the gas.
He was the first lady to address the Republican National Convention. Helen Taft. Maybe Edith Roosevelt.
Illinois, here I come. Gotta make it there tonight. Through the rolling fields, I'll keep on driving strong.
We're gonna have that in it. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that. You can put my lovely face. We're gonna take a short break. Everybody, come back here, just hang out for a little bit. There'll be some more coming up. We do have a little bit of a break just because it is the time of day.
chasing dreams in the same
short break.
leaving worries behind, just me and my old truck having fun. From Nebraska to Illinois,
Morning sun, it's a brand new day. Gotta shake the sleeves, gotta find my way to the kitchen where the coffee's hot. Take a little break, give it all I got. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Gonna get my cup and start anew. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Take a little break is what I gotta do. Stepping out of bed, feel the reggae beat. Shuffle to the kitchen, moving my feet. Coffee's calling, got that morning vibe. Wake up the soul, feeling so alive. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Gonna get my cup and start anew. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Take a little break, it's what I gotta do. On the way to the brew, take a bio break. Freshen up my mind, for goodness sake. Wash away the dreams, face the brand new light. With the coffee in hand, everything's alright. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Gonna get my cup and start anew. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Take a little break is what I gotta do. Gotta get the coffee, start a brand new day. Please get up, it's time to rise. Raise them coffee, sweet harmony. Down in the kitchen, beans are on the line. Whiz is humming to the streaming time. The aromas rising, filling up the air. Cup of Java magic takes away the care. Waves away the care. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Gonna get my cup and start anew. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Take a little break is what I gotta do. The sun is shining, so Wiz is dancing with his coffee cup. In the morning sunlight, he's lifting up with every sip and every funky beat. Wiz is ready to take on any feat. Wiz, get ready to take on any feat. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Gonna get my cup and start anew. Rise and brew, yeah, rise and brew. Take a little break is what I gotta do. In coffee, sweet harmony. My balls are tingling. Yeah, my balls are tingling.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I'm back. Yeah, see, it was smart enough to make sure that I didn't have any music happening here that would have got me in trouble. Yeah, because you know that would have happened. I would have had music playing, got myself in trouble, and then I would have not know what to do after that. Mm-hmm. Hope everybody realizes that's pretty impressive that he's announced JD Vance to be his VP, and that's That's a possibility. That's who you're going to have for the next possibly 4 years. If he does a good job as a VP, wow. Imagine that. You notice he didn't pick anybody that was running for president. He didn't pick DeSantis. He didn't pick anybody else. He picked JD Vance as a VP. That's that right there. Something wild. That he would just go, yep, you know what? This is who I'm picking. This is who I'm wanting. This is who I'm gonna use. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be the best vice president that I ever had. It's gonna fall in line. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the best thing. The rest of the RNC, they're just going,
why are you gay?
That's all. That's what happens. They're just like they can't figure it out. That is a pretty gold top telly. Or that's a strat. Gold top strat? That's weird. But okay. And everybody don't go groping on the old lady. She doesn't really want to dance with you. Weird people. So let's see. He's got a motif, the Yamaha motif. Oh God, that thing's horrible. I mean, it's got a lot of sounds in it, but hooray. Rear wing playing through it. Angular. Never heard of clear wing. Must be some custom thing or something. Nice drum kit though. Guy must be endorsed by Yamaha. Yeah, they're thumping up on stage. If you can see that camera just vibrating like that. Got those in-ear monitors. See, I want to get a pair of in-ear monitors like that to wear. That's what I need to be looking at, is getting some of those. Like, hey, how's it going? I'm so happy. We're smiling. Our teeth are not falling out yet. Oh my gosh. Band is horrible. They just won't let up. Keep playing the same song over and over again. Oh my. There we go. Get with it, guys. This is the music they're actually playing on stage. Yeah, I like this music much better. I think it's funny. La la la. Tacos, they sound so good. Yeehaw. Give me taco pieces. Taco pieces. Oh. It does. Yeah, they're jamming. See? Sort of fits. Hey, two awesome dogs. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Now you want a taco? When is JFK stream? I don't know. Yeah, they're gammon. I would love to hear what music they're playing, but I know that it'll probably get me in trouble. I have to be careful. Just play the approved YouTube music. Keeps you out of trouble. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Well, you know, it looks like Donald Trump got unanimous all the votes in the RNC. They supported him all the way up to the very end there, and whenever you've got some pretty unanimous stuff right there. Oh, you got a JFK Trump conspiracy stream, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Ooh. Awesome's birthday was the 8th. Yours was the 7th. Well, congratulations. See, I have a hard time remembering anything because I'm getting old, and I never remember. I don't even remember my own birthday. I know my anniversary was around my birthday. It'd be nice if I could remember that. Kidding. I'm kidding you. I remember that kind of thing. I remember my wife's birthday, fortunately for me, because if not, I might end up in some sort of castration. Well, probably not, unless it was something weird. I don't remember my age. The only reason I remember my age is because my wife reminds me all the time how old I am. Like, you old son of a what? It's good. It's good. So happy you guys are having a good birthday. And of course, Valhalla had his birthday, and you know, everybody's birthdays. You know, this is a popular time of the year for to have a birthday. I wonder why. Why that is. Could be getting into that first warm bit of weather, cold weather. Now you're gonna snuggle up. Get a little close, get a little tight. Slip it on in there. Singing, I want you to want me. I need you to need me. If you could only touch it. Oh no, thank you. Thank you for being around, hanging out with your two awesome dogs and yourself. Awesome. Well, in that case, the only woman that I feel is my wife. So if I'm feeling my wife, then I'm young. Damn, good to go. 9 months before, it was a cold winter. You think? Just gotta do something. Might as well keep. Honey, my toes are cold. Can you just come over here and snuggle on me? I was thinking, pump up the jams. Pump it up. Pump the jams. Hi, folks. Cold, wet. And you're in the UK. We've heard a little about y'all having election stuff. Been following on YouTube to see what happens. Well, busy 9 months before. There was a little thing like what occurred on Saturday, but that one didn't miss. Damn. But, you know, right in the head, you realize swallowing stuff, right? But by swallowing? No. No, that usually doesn't happen. There was a whole lot of Turkish stuffing going on, son. Don't you know? She's doing the white girl dance. Funny. Yummy. Who's yummy? Why did they make just a cucumber sandwich? Nice cold beverage. Good. Is that the Doobie Brothers singing? No. I don't know who it is, but I don't think it's the Doobie Brothers. They're a little too young to be the Doobie Brothers. Just a little too young. The Doobie Brothers are... Jeez. Well, this thing's been having a hard time uploading stuff like crazy. Dude, they're up here dancing, acting fools. I'm guessing that they're waiting for Trump to arrive here. More than likely, that is where they're at right now. I think it might be happening soon. Let me see what we got for music. Nope. Can't play the music. We will just keep it right here though. Just be like, nice. Got crazy animals about going crazy. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I'm back. What do we got? Hey, Baker, what is up, Baker Raid? Baker Raid. Crazy stuff. Had to go answer the Wife just arrived and puppies are going crazy. I had to do something to handle that. There we go. That was crazy enough day. What has been going on with you? Hey, Baker, I guess you heard, or maybe you didn't, that the young thug is Judge Glanville or whatever his name is. He is off case. We don't know what's going to happen with the judge. We just know that he's off the case, and that is it for him. And so it is crazy enough that we're sort of waiting to see what happens at the RNC, if anything new comes out, anything interesting. Hopefully there's something good. Oh, was it nice, Serene? Did you send the kids in the pool? Yes, I did. I did. So how is your case going? I'm curious. I've been covering this stuff for the past almost feels like month. Good Lord, ever since Saturday that was a crazy day. So, oh, so sorry. I'm on dog duties. Yeah. The dogs were losing their mind. The wife shows up and they're just like, yes, we will freak out. We're going to go crazy. Got things to say, things to do. And, that's what happens in this here world of ours. But it looks like, let's see if we've got it. Press conference. Let's see if we've got any sort of press conference happening for that. Doesn't look like it. And not seeing anything. No, it just looks like it's going to be probably happening at the what is this? It was a press briefing. What is this? So this happened an hour ago. Huh. Let's see what these fools would have to say about this. Not like this in the background. I'm show this instead. This is the White House's press conference. Let me guess. Everybody needs to calm the rhetoric down, is what they'll say. Isn't that what they're speaking? They say, "Oh, we have to cool the rhetoric. We must be calmer now. We can't be so mean to each other."
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. So last night, President Biden spoke directly to the American people about the urgent need to come together and lower the temperature
Oh,
in
yeah.
our politics.
As
we must
he
remember that
said,
while we
really
may disagree, we are
crappy
not
things.
enemies. We are fellow Americans,
wonderful
and
of
we
him.
must stand together.
Oh, now you do.
We
Now
must
you want to
stand
do
together
that.
in the wake of an attempted assassination on the former
Oh,
president of the
now,
United States.
I think it's a little
Over
too
the
late.
past several days, the president has been briefed regularly by key members of his Homeland Security team and senior law enforcement officials, and he has spoken directly to the American people. As President Biden
It's
has
still not
said, we are
enough.
thankful the former president is not seriously injured, and President Biden,
Liar.
the First Lady, and the entire White House are
You've
keeping
been
him
calling
and
him
his
crap
family
ever
in our
since.
prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victim who was killed.
Say his name.
Corey was a husband, a father, a volunteer firefighter, and a hero who lost his life shielding his family.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to say his
Our
name.
prayers are with Corey's family during this unimaginable time. The president spoke about an
Two
ongoing
assholes.
investigation, and as he said, We do not know the motive
As
of
he
the
said.
shooter yet.
He said,
We
she
don't
said.
know his opinions or
He
affiliations.
said, she said, we all
We
said.
don't know whether he had help or support or if
Where
he
is it? There it
communicated
is.
with anyone else. Law enforcement professionals are
Let's see.
investigating those questions.
If you want to come by
And we
for a little
urge
bit
that
there,
everyone
Baker.
avoid jumping to conclusions. Let the law enforcement professionals do their job.
Yeah.
But as President Biden made clear, what
Oh,
we do
let
know
them do their
is that
job.
a former president was shot in a senseless act of violence,
Mm-hmm.
and a fellow American was killed while simply exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choosing.
Yeah, but you guys have
We
been
must
not liking
go
him
down
all the
this
whole
road
time.
in America. There's
Mhm.
no place in America for this kind of violence ever. We
But
cannot
you've been calling
normalize
on it.
this. Right now, the most important thing we can do is unite against this type of political
Oh, now it's time to unite.
and
Now it's time to unite. Oh, okay. I see how
that's
it
what the
is.
president is going to focus on.
Uh-huh.
As he said last night, while unity is the most elusive of goals right
No,
now,
it's not. Never
nothing
has
is more
been.
important than standing.
You have been wanting to stand
joining me
against
today
us
to answer your
forever, so we don't want to hear it.
Is Secretary Mayorkas. Normally would have done a gaggle because the president would have been on the road, but we wanted to make sure that we did this briefing, get it on camera
Again.
briefing, and also have the secretary here.
Because you're left
any of
holding
questions. So
your,
he has been alongside the president and
because you've been calling for
and the
violence
president's entire
against
team as they work to get
Trump
the
and his
answers for the American
supporters
people. Secretary
for the
Mayorkas, thank you
past
so much for joining us.
almost 8 years. And all of a sudden now it comes
Thank you very much,
to bite you,
Corinne.
bite
Good
you in the
afternoon.
ass.
At the very outset, I want to echo what President Biden said last night.
Of course, you're going to
Our
echo
entire
everything that he said.
administration
It's
is
something that
grateful
you guys
former
wrote for him
President
to
Trump
say.
is okay. Our hearts and prayers are with the family of Corey Comprator. We pray for the full and swift recovery of those who were injured on Saturday.
My lack
We
of
are
belief in
thankful
you
for the
is
heroic agents of the
rises
United
to the
States
level
Secret
of
Service who so quickly and bravely responded to the threat at Saturday's campaign event.
but it wasn't quick
We
enough.
unequivocally condemn in the strongest possible.
Here's the thing. It wasn't quick enough. It should never even gotten to that point. It never should have even gotten to that point, but it did. And now they feel sad about it. So my beefies are really hurting. This is garbage. They had plenty of time to eliminate this person that was a potential risk. Yet they didn't. They had plenty of time. They could have listened to the people that were calling out, pointing out the guy on the roof. How did the guy get there in the first place? Why was that building left unsecure? Yeah, he's a liar and a fake. All of this could have been avoided. But what it is now they realize. Because the right tends to go, yeah, they took care of the threat. Threat's done. We're moving on. We got things to do. We know what kind of people that this party is and the violence that they're going to spread. They're going to be telling a bunch of bullshit lies over the next week or two. You're going to hear, oh, well, he supported the Republican. Watch my stream from this morning where we had those guys on there from the GOP that were just like, what does it matter what party the guy was from? It never should have got to this point. What does it matter what party he came from? Never should have got to this point. Never should there ever been anybody wanting to do that. The problem is right now, where is Doctor's evil cat? I'm telling you, what you doing, Bo? It behooves these people to understand that if you don't want violence being spread, then don't cause violence. They have not condemned the burning down of cities. They've not condemned any of the bad stuff that's been going on throughout the United States for quite some time. And then all of a sudden, it has become relevant to them. Call me full of disbelief. Call me full of disbelief. I don't believe them for a second that they have not created this kind of thing. And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. Because as much as they've been going after the president to have him thrown in jail, they've gone through his house. They've gone through personal documents. They've gone through his wife's underwear drawer. They've called him a liar, a fraud. They've said that he incited violence. And they've called him every possible name that they could think of. Everything from Russia collusion to anything else they can possibly pin on him. It has all been his fault. And then they go, wait, we don't understand why some loon took a shot at him. We don't know. We don't know the motive behind this. There was only one motive, and that was to eliminate a president, former president. You know, it's the same thing that we saw whenever Trump completely dominated the debate. That took away from everything. All of a sudden, everybody was just saying, yeah, where in the hell is Biden even running? And then Biden does, a couple more press conferences while Trump just continues on going from city to city, state to state, town to town, campaigning. But Biden isn't capable of doing a campaign like that. He'll go from city to city, town to town. He shows up for a few minutes and then wanders off and babbles about something about how horrible the president is at almost every stop. He did no different the same night. I guess I'd watched my stream from this morning. He wanted to blame this on the rhetoric from Trump of causing the January 6th insurrection. That was his words, not mine. So just as he's saying we should not be having these kinds of divisive arguments, he falls back on the same attacks that they're well known for. Absolutely, Mo. This is shocking to no one that has even been listening. You know, there's that FAFO, and that's the problem. Is the Dems have been FAing, and they are on the path to finding out. It'll happen, unfortunately. But hey, you know, you have your time, we have ours, and we will see in the grand scheme of things who ends up winning out on them. I have a feeling that they're not doing too well with it. Just a little bit of an inkling that they see their power is slipping away.
Terms, the violence our nation witnessed that day. Such acts are unacceptable in our country and in our democracy. Both President Biden and former President Trump are constantly the subject of threats. We are in a heightened and very dynamic threat environment.
What about the violence that happened against Riley Lakin? Has anybody forgot about that? You know, these were people, because of who they were, what they support, are violently attacked. And all of a sudden, now I guess we really can't avoid this. They're, we've been telling them to take out our people we don't agree with, and now whenever someone does, they're surprised. Why? How could this ever have happened?
United States Secret Service, we, including the FBI and our other partners across the federal government,
Secret Service
take the threats very seriously and adjust security measures as warranted. Maintaining the safety and security of the president, the former president, and their campaign events is one of our most vital priorities.
Exactly.
In light of this weekend's events, the president has directed me to work with the Secret Service to provide protection to Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh, to Robert Kennedy Jr.
Both prior to and after the events of this past weekend, the Secret Service enhanced former President Trump's protection based on the evolving nature of threats to the former president and his imminent shift from presumptive nominee to nominee. This includes enhancements related to securing the former president during the Republican National Convention this week. I cannot discuss specifics of the protection or the enhancements made, as they involve
Oh, is it
sensitive
Jimmy
tactics and procedures.
All the more reason I
can
can't
say,
say it.
however, that personnel and other protective resources, technology, and capabilities have been added.
You still seem a little young.
At the RNC, we have steadily increased implementation of significant physical and technical enhancements at every protective venue in support of protectees, including miles of anti-scale fencing, screening technology, and tactical support. We are also leveraging strong relationships.
I'm curious, why didn't you do
across
this at
the
the
law
border?
enforcement community,
Huh?
including agents and officers from Homeland Security Investigations, the Transportation Security Administration.
So why wouldn't you do this at the border? Is there something wrong that you couldn't do this at our own southern border? What was it that made it where it was impossible to put in anti-scale fences to keep people from our southern border? Nothing there. Nothing. Did they sing "A Long Train Running"? I love that song. That's a pretty good song. But yeah, all of a sudden now it becomes a priority. Before it wasn't.
And state and local law enforcement agencies, all of whom have been deployed at the convention. Since the attempted assassination of former President Trump, we across the government are focused with urgency to understand how it happened.
No, we're not.
At President Biden's direction, an independent review of the incident will be conducted, one that will examine the Secret Services and other law enforcement actions before, during, and after the shooting to identify the immediate and longer-term corrective actions required to ensure that the no-fail mission of protecting national leaders is most effectively met. The men and women of the Secret Service have one of the most solemn
they
and
gave him like
difficult
one more
jobs
guy.
in government.
No, they probably gave him one more
Their
woman.
work involves tremendous sacrifice, risk, and
One more
bravery.
guy or 10 women.
We saw those qualities in action on the stage at this past Saturday's event. With respect to the tragic event of Saturday, the FBI is leading the criminal investigation, which is ongoing. An independent review will be conducted to understand the facts regarding protection of the event and make findings and recommendations.
Somebody should lose
accordingly.
their job.
I will therefore not be able to comment on the facts subject to investigation
Well, of course you can.
and review at this time. With that, I will take your questions.
Secretary, on that independent review, who will lead that independent review? What is the timeline for how long will it
Don't care who's going to lead it.
What the American
Aged
public
question.
should see every single day. It is
No, don't care.
Shot. There are conspiracy theories proliferating online. How
Yeah,
do
don't
you
care.
building? There was
If you
other
got
assets,
conspiracy theories,
resources, and
go away.
capabilities every day. And we are incredibly proud to do so.
confidence in the Secret Service. Does the president share that confidence? Have you talked to him about it?
I will not speak for the president, but I know as a protectee, he's incredibly proud.
I'll speak to that.
Yeah, I doubt that the president should be concerned with his security. I'm just saying, our current president, not our future or former president, but our current president needs to be serious about his security. If there is that much of a lapse in security for a former president, imagine what it's going to look like with his own presidency. That would have me a little bit concerned. It'd be like if Secret Service is supposed to be the top of the heap, best of the best. They failed at this, being able to stop this from happening on something so simple. Oh boy, that doesn't bode well. Doesn't bode well at all. If you got anything new to say, then the same talking
That
points.
can be addressed by these social media companies is something that we deal with on an ongoing basis.
Really? So you're telling them what to say?
So much. Law enforcement officials tell ABC News that the building where the shooter was on the roof was actually the staging area for the local police tactical team who's watching over the crowd. I understand you can't comment, you have an independent review, but why would the Secret Service not be tasked with overseeing that building with a direct line of sight at the former president?
So once again, I will not comment on,
Of course you can't.
specific facts or asserted facts with respect to the subject of the independent investigation, both the review and the FBI's criminal investigation. But remember something, that local law enforcement with whom we work all across the country, including, for example, at national security special events such as the NATO summit that concluded successfully. That is something that we do all the time. It's a very well-defined protocol and regime.
You can't secure our southern border. You can't secure our president. What are you competent with? I'm sorry. What you're supposed to be in charge of this stuff? Really?
Was the local law enforcement
down in this country is
White House?
is responsive.
Mr. Secretary, you've said that there was a failure here. There's a criminal investigation up and running. What is taking time for the independent investigation to be up and running? And it didn't sound like you were giving a timeline of when that will occur.
We're going to commence the independent review as quickly as possible. We are going to be reaching out very, very shortly to individuals
as quick as
who
possible,
will hopefully lead
as we
that
can.
independent review. And I will
Whenever it
communicate
happens,
to
it'll
those
happen.
leaders the
Till
need for
then,
swiftness of action in
we'll
light
do
of
it
the fact that
quickly.
we are
Said that he saw somebody hauling up the building, and we're still a little
Okay,
unclear on the
sweetheart.
timeline
We'll
of
see
how
you
that
soon.
information was communicated.
I hate to end this session on an answer on a question that I cannot answer, and so perhaps Corinne will reach out for another question. Because as I mentioned before, I cannot speak to what did and did not occur. The facts are the subject of an independent review, or will be, and also a criminal investigation.
Will be,
is
but we
underway.
don't know when. We don't know when. We don't
Is there
know
any
when.
progress on cracking into the suspect's cell phones?
Exactly. There
Same
were
answer.
attempts
So
from other departments, from Homeland Security and other places. Yeah.
Thank you for coming to this briefing. You said that you have 100%
They messed that up.
confidence in the Secret Service. Do you have 100% confidence in Director Chief?
Of the landscape.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. You just get your ass handed to you by the press corps.
Okay, thank you so much, Secretary. Appreciate it. I just have one more thing and then we'll continue. So I want to take a minute to thank Kelly O'Donnell, your outgoing president of the White House Correspondents Association.
Hi, Welsh
Kelly,
lady.
the past year has presented no shortage of news, opportunities, and challenges. You've been a great partner day to day here at the White House.
Why does she always look like Raggedy Ann?
Closely worked together on major events, minor logistics and travel, both domestic and foreign. I want this room and the many members of the WHCA
Ramble,
to
ramble,
know that
rattle,
you have
rattle,
had
ramble,
a
ramble.
trusted ally, friend, and leader in Kelly O.
Don't care.
Directed a independent review, and the diversity who were affected.
All for other people, big changes.
So I want to just be very clear, and you know this. I've been asked.
You're never
about
clear.
Anytime there's violence, sadly, that comes up across the country, we have, the president has always spoken out forcefully against violence. Always.
No, he is not. No, he is not. He didn't speak out. He did not speak out against the violence against Kyle Rittenhouse. He called Kyle Rittenhouse evil, called him horrible, called him rotten, wanted to know why he was murdering black people. I mean, come on. And he was calling out violence. Oh, so he only calls out the violence whenever it happens one way or the other. So let's see what we got here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. It is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General of Iowa, Brenna Bird. Please join me in giving her a warm welcome.
Brenna Berg. I don't care about Brenna Berg. People. Hey, Mo.
Hello. No makeup Mo. All of the scary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to determine our nominee for the office of Vice President of the United States, Senator J.D. Vance.
Not too
Why
excited.
why did they put a person with the, I don't know, personality of beige on there?
They got.
Also, could we go back to cringe John Pierre? What in the Riddler was that outfit?
No, I know. She should. They needed to swap outfits.
Well, I mean, at least he has a good beard.
Well, they're playing the music.
And his wife is cute too.
Who? JD Vance?
Yeah. I just realized I could be talking about both his wife and his beard. So I need to make that clear.
No, I think his book was really good, and the movie was good.
You know, I will say I am shocked that Trump picked another charismatic male, because I think that he has a hard time with another charismatic male on there. I didn't know, because he went with, well, look, Indiana apologizes for Mike Pence.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of great things to say about JD Vance. Just put it that way. I mean,
yeah,
I'm trying to couch those. We're talking about someone that called him the little Jewish artist, and thought that was appropriate.
Well, I mean, at this point, who hasn't called him, Mr. Hankety Clankety?
Well, and my point was this. It seems to me that he was saying, hey, this is Trump saying, listen, once you get to know me, you're going to be surprised, because if you want to become vice president, all you got to do, stop being an ass, stop spewing out rhetoric that has no place here, speak truth, and you'll be surprised how far you can go. Looking at him as being a mentor towards him, and you could easily see JD Vance becoming the next president after Trump, if he can do a good job.
If he can stay and be the kind of intermediary, because like him, lump him, or in between, Trump has, sometimes he is not able to articulate his plans and market them. If this guy is going to be our hype person, if this guy is going to be, look, Trump said this, what we mean is this, with graphs, and oh my God, what in the hairpiece is that? Sir, I wear wigs. That wasn't your best look.
I know.
But I fear that, I don't know that a lot of people, look, I'll be 40 in 2 days, but people my age, I don't think people, if you're not in this general genre, if you are not a news junkie, you don't understand how close we came to having a very different morning this week.
Yeah.
And I think that what we need to really focus on is stop playing nice with the media. Any amount, if you do not hate the media enough, unless, I am not part of the media. I am Mo. It's a very different thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't receive special interest funds. Let's put it that way. I don't receive money from all the big major drug companies or gas companies or presidential companies or PACs or anything like that. What the kind of money I get is what YouTube pays me, what my wife pays me to do real work, and what you guys do.
Absolutely.
Other than that,
and what I will say is that, again, we have had the clearest picture, and maybe I feel a whole lot differently because I saw it going so wrongly. Also, ma'am, they're called Spanx. If you're gonna wear a tight dress, you're skinny, but we can see your underpants lines. I'm gonna need you to think about this. It's
Yeah,
called
call her out.
Spanx.
That's right. Call her out. Christ's sakes, yes.
But if you don't think that a truer avatar of the American fighting spirit was not captured in that particular photo
Yeah.
of Trump with, arm raised, and I think this is what people do not understand about those of us who maybe, like, on a personal level, don't particularly think Trump's a great speaker, but he is the avatar of everything they try to do to us. First, it's, you're an ist or a phobe, when I just generally don't like people in general. I don't discriminate. I just don't like dumb people. There's a very big difference. But it is, I think it has solidified that fear for a lot of people that we are being called out. It is absolutely, media interference, media that should turn the temperature down. None of us have said the things about other people. I don't look at a Democrat and think, gosh, they're evil, immoral people. I think, well, they have different ways that they think that we can get to a good solution. But immediately, I worry now because I have to wear skirts. I mean, it's not a constant fear. I'm not going to not leave my room. I already don't do that. But are people going to see my long skirt and assume that I think a certain way, and therefore my kids and I are now targets?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's no different than if you were to wear a hijab.
Yeah, it's
And this is not the kind of stuff that comes from the Republican side. Generally, it doesn't. It's coming from the left and these people that are so into this hate-filled, anger spewing just rhetoric. These are the people that scream, racism while they take away any agency of somebody that has a different skin color or socioeconomic background. And the whole time they're saying it as if they are great, or they're all knowing or better than the rest.
And I mean, I think that if we are able to weather this area, we need to really get back to merit. We are all Americans. You are an American citizen. I am an American citizen. JD Vance's wife looks a little tanner than me. She's an American. That's where we were going when I was a kid, and I was hoping that was where it was going to go. But we took a hard right into your identity, your immutable characteristics are the full encompassing part of your personality. Right. And some people need to get hobbies.
Well, I've been sitting here making fun of these people doing like bad lip syncs for every single one of them.
And Destiny, you're a shitty human being.
Yeah.
Look, you're a dumpster fire human being, and everyone can get redemption, but you need to sit and look back. There's a whole lot of thinking you need to do in that, cook chair in your room before you come after someone.
Can you say this guy's a Bush?
He looks a little inbred, if you ask me, but I mean, it is the
or a
Republican
Bush.
National Party.
I mean,
I know, but he looks like the smartest Bush, which I don't know is a...
He must embrace his obligation to the American family, the American worker, and the American soldier. He must believe that America is exceptional.
America. Hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. He looks like a Bush.
Someone get freaking Crowder or someone funny up there.
His life, his fortune, his sacred honor
can't do
to
that.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
See, my lip sync is much better.
Do you think he went with the full
Watch.
Clark
So,
Kent?
all I'm saying is that I've got pickles in my back pocket, and if you like pickles, come reach in my back pocket right now. Get in my back pocket.
My hair will withstand a level 1 hurricane. Now, with Aquanet Power 2, we have got Katrina covered. Your
It's
roof
just
may
wide
go,
open.
but this hair is going to stay.
You see no bush? That's because he has shaved it. All that Botox. Well, you know, a hoe got to do what a hoe got to do. I have a dream. My dream is usually that of puppies and
Oh my
eating
gosh.
small pickles.
You know who he reminds me of? You know that one Walmart manager when they have the Go Team mornings? Like, come on, guys. W. He is the one in there, and he has choreographed his own dance moves, and everyone else is like, God damn it, I don't make enough, but we can't have a smoke break. Carl done took it. And he is like, come on, Walmart people, we are ready to party. We are going to get those credit cards sold. We have got the best cashiers. Judith, smile. Come on,
Yeah.
smile. Just
Yeah, I was well, and see, I worked for Geek Squad, so there was a couple of times that I had to show up to those morning meetings that Best Buy would have, and I'm just in there because I need to pick up some more gear. I'm like, you know, I need this, and this for today, and I need this, and this. I need to drop off these checks, and I would get there like when before the store opened. You know, they'd be having their morning meetings. It's just like, you need to stick around for the morning meeting. And I was like, why? And they're just like, because we're going to get, we're going to get everybody excited. We're all excited. I was just, I would look at them and I go, and this was no joke. I would look at them and go, okay, what were your numbers last month? Like, how much did this store bring in with how many employees? Okay. Now we're not talking paycheck. You know, we're talking about your gross, not your net. So how much did you bring in gross? And they go, yeah, we had a great month last month. It was like 10,000 or some crap like that. And I go, oh, that's wonderful. I go, I did that on Thursday.
Shizzy.
I go, now if you want to have
is why
me
you had to go
stand
to
here,
that team building thing on the high wires.
when I would tell them, I was like, if you want me to, you know, stand around here and, you know, talk with you guys about, you know, how to actually sell stuff, then I'll do that. But I don't feel any need to it because I'm going to go make some money so you guys can get paid. See? So you do your team building thing and rah-rah-ree and kick him in the knee or whatever you got to do. But I'm gonna be, you know, heading out to, you know, I've got about 200 miles of area to cover today. So I will see you.
Yeah. I mean, this was about as useful as my, you know, just call with my doctor. So do you think if you were pain-free that you would not be so depressed? Yeah, could we do that? Well, I don't, I just look up CRPS, and I think you should go to the Mayo Clinic and get a second opinion because it is not a diagnosis that one can diagnose really. Oh, because I got a triple bone scan that seems to be the only actual diagnostic test for it. But sure, that's thanks. I was just like.
Here, we'll go back to your Joker outfit.
You know, she really makes me want a key lime pie, and I'm trying to be healthy.
Repeated
Damn you,
his
Corinne
thoughts
Jean-Pierre.
in the Oval Address last night. He repeated his thoughts multiple times
What?
before then, and obviously throughout his presidency,
Kareem
throughout his
Abdul
entire,
Luke Hard.
career. We want to make sure that we
Yeah.
are not politicizing this at this moment. It is
wait
not
a minute,
time
wait a
to
minute,
do
wait a
that.
minute.
We want
Pause,
to make sure
Shizzy.
that we bring Americans together.
I have been called mega MAGA, I think mechanized Republican. I have been called, what is it? A denier of female rights. I have been called radicalized because I would like to, you know, figure out what my school board is doing. But no, ma'am, not now. Don't politicize nothing. Okay.
No, they don't want you to politicize anything. See, get it right, step in line. See, you're missing the point. It's okay for them to politicize it, but as soon as it backfires on them, they don't want you to politicize it. They don't want to have their shortcomings slammed in their face.
Well,
But they
no
have
one
no
does.
problem. They have no problem making up crap to try to slam in your face.
Oh yeah.
How many times did I have to hear that George Bush or any one of our other former Republican presidents were racist, and anybody that followed him was racist and bigoted and misogynistic, and that they should be eliminated, that people should throw them out of their stores, that they should be denied service, that they should be deleted. That we've had people show up to rallies and someone saying, hey, there's a Trump supporter, let me delete him, and proceeds to pop 4 shots in them and then goes on the run and then deletes themselves. How many times have we seen that on the right? How many times have we seen someone walk into a gay club and do horrible things on the right? This has been coming from their side of things.
We are, because I swear to you, Shizzy, and if this happens, not that I had any faith in the FBI, but this kid is going to be on a list somewhere. Probably they were warning signs. I mean, phrenology would just conclude that this kid had a criminal head shape. I mean, at least that's how I diagnosed it. But he will have been on a list. But because we are so hell-bent on finding, every Meemaw and Pop who went through the door on January 6th, and God forbid, this is apparently what could have happened to our politics, was not as bad as January 6th.
Well, I will just correct you. The kid has the shape of an ex-criminal.
Well, now. But that pre-shot
they turned it into a canoe. He is no longer going to be a criminal.
Yeah.
Now he's a deceased human being, which had it not been for all of the rhetoric coming out of this administration right here.
Yeah.
Do you think this guy would have had any purpose to do that or any reason to?
Well, I love how upsetness and protesting and all of that is the voice of the unheard, unless it's the unheard people you don't want to hear from. Because I am tired of every time I should, I guess, vote with just my lady bits. Now, I'm not sure what the poll person is going to think when I scoop one of the double D's out to vote, but I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I am so tired of being, again, what people do not realize is that it has gotten bad enough that normies cannot go back to sleep. That is the problem. That is their big problem, is that you could have all of these luxury beliefs. You could get most of maybe 10% of the country to believe that the economy is great and everything, and that Biden has done all of these great things. But now people are learning or having to, go to Walmart, buy great value. People that used to think they were comfortably in the target zone. You have made things to where people cannot go back into the semi-dormant state that they were in. And they're not choosing you because you have given us nothing. I mean, if the Democrats were able to come out with good policies that would help things, that would actually address certain what in the... That woman has a lot of cats.
Thank you for the life and the strength of President Donald Trump.
This is what happens when you have ADHD. You're like, what
the
brain wreck is this shit?
Spitting when she talks. She's spraying the crowd.
She's like, I'm wearing my power pink suit.
We pray for the
speaking like this.
Americans who were wounded and for their speedy, complete recovery. King of the universe, who knows all, sees all, please watch over us as we embark on the work for which we have gathered here today. We are here to elect President Donald J. Trump, a leader with wisdom, strength, courage, and the experience to repair what has been badly broken. Lord, please bless the leaders of our great Republican Party. Bless President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, RNC Chairman Michael Watley, Co-Chairman Laura Trump, the
You know,
delegates,
the RNC isn't doing a
alternates, and
great
guests
deal with its
gathered
diversity
here
count
today
here.
as we work to make
No, they
America
are.
great again. May we
Yes, but
remember
generally,
your
Here's the
word
thing.
in
The
Deuteronomy
RNC
31:6.
is not trying
Be
to
strong and
showcase
courageous.
their
Do
diversity.
not
They're
be afraid
showcasing the
because of them,
people
for the
as they
Lord
are.
your God goes with you. He will never leave nor forsake you.
Okay,
Bunch of
Father in
old.
heaven,
that suit should have been left in the New Testament, okay,
United
ma'am?
States of
That
America,
suit should
and
have been
all
left
who
somewhere
stand vigilant to
around
protect
Tina
us, the
Turner.
members of our armed forces, police, and first responders.
Okay, can someone
O
send
Lord
me
our
that
God,
hat?
we pray for
With the
the
flashing
peace
lights
of
on it.
Jerusalem,
Yeah.
your eternal city, and
You
for
get
all
the
the
guy
children
from
of
Iowa.
Abraham.
That was a horrible one.
We remember and pray for freedom.
Who's going
for
to
the
start screaming
hostages
out and speaking
kidnapped
in
and held
tongues and
so
rolling around on the
cruelly
floor,
against their
waiting.
will. Lord, please keep them in
That
your
is a
sight
lot
and
of
hasten the
bedazzling,
day.
and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Lord, we have gathered
Well,
here from different communities, cities,
that is
states,
one
and
heck of a mullet,
territories.
son.
Let us
that
pray
is
together, united for
hanging on to party in the
United
back.
States of America. May our prayers
Sure, he parties in
unite
the
the
back.
American people
Oh.
to work
And the
together
front.
for the betterment of
More
our
than likely.
nation and of the entire world. May America be a
you're
light
not
unto the nations and an emissary
you're not getting
of
sworn in. You
clarity
don't have to
and
hold up your right
leadership
hand,
to the
sweetie.
world.
No,
It's this.
Peace,
they're doing the it's
grace,
some evangelical
loving
group that
kindness,
does
and
that.
mercy
Well,
to us.
it's generally up here like
Bless us,
this.
our
It's not
Father,
like this, like
all
you're
of
getting
us as
sworn in
one,
His
jury
arm is
duty.
tired and
of
he's
your
wearing a
face.
suit jacket. Leave him alone.
True.
He doesn't want to show
His
off
mom probably made
his
him get a
skinny
haircut and
arms.
everything.
Yeah. There was one guy with some weird messed up hair. It was like the alien
In a
with the
moment,
big.
we will recess until this evening's session. This evening's session will reconvene at approximately 5:45. However, I will instruct delegates to please return to the hall at 5:30 p.m. in order to be in your seats by 5:45 p.m.
Holy hell.
I thank you for
So they're
consideration.
going to take a little bit of a break.
The chair declares
You know what
that
I'm
the
going to do?
2024
I'm going to take a break too,
Republican
but I'm going to
National
let it
Convention
play.
is in recess,
Sounds
subject to the call of
There
the
it is.
chair.
It'll just continue going on.
Well, I do like that they have the 80s greed aesthetic going on with the lectern. I feel like Michael Douglas is going to walk out and say, greed is good.
Yeah. Yeah. I really want to see that. I really do. Yeah, no, I will. And for everybody, I will take a little bit of a break just because I'm going to spend some time with my wife and have some dinner and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to miss any of this at all. So I will. What I'll probably do is maybe I'll just set up a recording, record it to watch later because I've got a stream tonight with with the man, the myth, the legend, the Ballstorm, MG Law, and of course, the one and only Dolphin Boy himself.
You better make sure he got rid of all them pixie sticks. I think he was like pixie stick number 47 on Baker's stream.
Oh yeah. Whose channel is that on? Lady Tammy. I will what I'll do is I will if you're subscribed to me, you'll probably see hit the bed. Okay, got it. Yeah, you'll probably see the link in there. What I'll do is I'll pull it up so that way you don't have to look for it. I can find it. Give me just a second.
I do feel like we're putting, Milwaukee, like we couldn't find somewhere not Wisconsin. Y'all, Wisconsin is the Florida of the Midwest, and they have weirder crimes.
There we go. Nope, that is not it. Why does it always do that to me? We really need to get these guys monetized so I don't have to do this crap.
I understand that. I finally figured out how to make a second channel today.
Oh, really?
There was much cursing and crying, but I think I figured it out.
Oh. Well, I will say that it is. There it is. find it here in this, and let me do this. It is going to be, and I do this here. All right, there we go. Copy that, and I'm pretty sure this should take you directly to where it's going to be. We'll paste that there. That's where we will be tonight. And make sure if you go in there, you can click on it, and it'll probably say that it's going to be going live in a certain amount of time. All you got to do is subscribe, notify yourself, and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to pin that at the top in that message there. It's pinned to the top. That's where I will be at about 9:30 is whenever it comes out. See, there you go. YouTube caliber character, Volstorm's channel, and Divas, and that whole wonderful group right there. So you go over there, check that out. We will be there having a wonderful time tonight. What we're going to be talking about, well, you will never know until you show up. Well, we don't think we even know what we're going to be talking about. But it will be good. It will be good. Me, on the other hand, because it's about that time, I've got some puppies to feed, storms to brave through. If I don't have power tonight, then I'll just log in through the wireless and hook up my phone and be streaming from my phone, sitting in like a dungeon, maybe with some with some like whips and chains or something, just to.
I always secretly thought, but now my it's like an early birthday gift. You finally like headcanon reality.
So what do you got going on for your birthday?
Ignoring it.
No, are you doing any streams or anything like that?
I don't know. So my big scary thing for me was putting up this, fluffy to fit channel and working on kind of being open and honest about getting healthier with chronic pain. So I'll probably have a small birthday thing, like just with my family, but this is going to be my goal this year, is just to really work on that. And, it's odd, but I can be in wigs and making fun of myself all the time, but this is more of a scary thing for me. So
we're not doing a drinking stream where we just get ripped and grift a whole bunch of
Shizzy, my drinking streams are like 2 drinks and Mo's out, like Mo's sleep time.
It's like a 15-minute stream, just like, hey, that was party, good time, see you guys.
Nicholas is over here like on Wheel of Regret, like the 3rd wheel, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna smell some gin and whew, okay,
yep, I'm out. Everybody, I'm going to see who. There probably is somebody that's streaming right now. So if you're into the political stuff, let me see if they are currently going. It looks like they are. Let me put that in there for you guys.
And Mr. Trump, you could have called me. I mean, who would have pissed off the mainstream media more than a sassy redhead who gives 2 Fs?
You probably would have done.
I'd probably have to stop calling people the C word, but let's be honest.
Really? No, I think he probably would have joined you on that one.
Yeah. And he's a teetotaler too. I mean, we both get wasted with 1 light beer.
Well, he doesn't even drink at all. So
what I'm going to do is
I'm going to redirect all you fine people. Oh, see, it's like initially I was going to be
too. So if I'm not on, well, God said no streaming.
And Volstorm, make sure you've got it turned on to accept redirects. Okay. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to me after I shut down the stream. Just give me a thumbs up if you don't know how to do that, and I can walk you through accepting redirects on your channel, because you can do it even though you're not monetized. You can accept it. So if people want to redirect to you, they'll be able to, which means that Mo can redirect to you if she does a stream tonight. Anybody else that's streaming can do the same, which will be awesome. So give me a thumbs up if you don't know how to, and I will set that up for you. I'll walk you through it. Won't take but a few minutes. But if you're not able to, we can get it set up before too long. Just do a quick look in your customization, and it'll say how to redirect. So
Yeah, it'll
everybody,
be under the like slow down your chat kind of thing. It's on that page.
no, it's under regular customizations where you turn it on permanently. You don't have
Well,
to do it
never
every
mind.
single
Don't
time.
listen to me. Why are you listening to me?
Yeah, it is there. I've seen it before. I'll have to pull it up here and do it. But in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful night. Just know that you need to be safe. Don't be violent
Yep.
towards other people. Vote your heart. I mean, if you're voting
Yeah.
against me, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, it is vote with your heart and your conscience, and that is more respectable than anybody saying, "Oh, you have to agree with me on every single thing." Maybe you have different beliefs about abortions, or maybe you have different beliefs about handguns. Doesn't matter. Vote your conscience and vote for who you think is going to be the best person to preserve everything that you want to have in this world. And until then, I will be here tomorrow morning, and I will see you guys tonight. Make sure you hit that like button and all that other wonderful stuff. The things that we're supposed to do, but we always forget to do.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and
All the things.
all those things. And I'll just leave you with the Mo intro.
Wee woo. Wee woo.